the holy water. Just a backseat driver flying undercover. A nice suit and a family name. Says he'll make me a star if I just play the game. But that man doesn't know that I am bulletproof. Keep one foot on the sky and a foot on the roof. I'm not doing this to try to make a name. I just like the way it feels on me, the way it looks on me. Still got the fire when you try to be a flood. Cause I like the way it feels on me. That little rush, rush, rush of blood. I hear your secrets, I know your plans. Ain't no way out without your blood on my hands. I talk to demons, I scream your name. They always say the best for the businessman. I'm not doing this to try to make a name. I just like the way it feels on me, the way it looks on me. Still got the fire when you try to be a flood. Cause I like the way it feels on me. That little rush, rush, rush of blood. That rush of blood, I'll use it for good. That rush of blood, I'll use it for good. Throwing hundreds in the holy water. Just a backseat driver flying undercover. Different faces, but they're always the same. Say they'll make you a star if you'll just sign your name. But that man doesn't know that we are bulletproof. Keep one foot on the sky and a foot on the roof. I'm not doing this to try to make a name. I just like the way it feels on it, the way it looks on
Welcome to Forever, man. Let's go. Come on. This forever. No surrender. Yeah. You know that this right here forever. And there will be no surrender. Now allow me to reintroduce myself. They call me J.O.N. to the easy E-N. Know that we undefeated. Y'all are beneath them speeches trying to air a grievance. But his lines are overhead. Better check the air for clearance. Call the tower. This is ours. Clear the heat. The air apparent. Really, I've never been better. Legacy, this is forever. All the more times I've been severed. I'm raising the bar. You can go ahead and measure. Think about time for a toast. Time that we welcome to go. Yo, we're just leaving. I think about time that somebody go get them their coat. You know I got all that anthem. Come back in. What you call that add-on? Got anthems and bands with masters. Getting them right like my name was Miranda. I ain't bigger dead than alive. I ain't bigger dead than alive. One more time. This is forever. Remember the legend. He never gonna die. Yeah. I ain't bigger dead than alive. Bigger dead than alive. I ain't bigger dead than alive. Dead than alive. Yeah. I ain't bigger dead than alive. Bigger dead than alive. Just making sure that you know why. Because this is forever. And there will be no surrender. Yeah. Come on. Here we go. You know that this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. I am just leaving a legacy. I am the one that they paid us. Got something to say to me, say. You know I've been waiting so patiently. This is my legacy. Y'all don't believe me, then wait. Basically, I have been running things. You can just go on and take a seat. Yeah. Love when they hated me, put that on everything. Not on my level. You can't be the enemy. This is the plan that we showing them anyway. Hit up the lawyers and give them the NDA. Woo! This is the brand new. This is the brand new. Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. And there ain't no thing that you'll be taking from me. Man, that came from nothing. Made it something. Name is buzzing. Call me Ryan Gosling. Hey, gon' know that they gonna love me more when I'm gone or retired. The throne, the kind of things that I'm gonna be feeling like a god. Because this is forever. And there will be no surrender. Yeah. Come on, here we go. You know that this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. I ain't bigger dead than alive. Bigger dead than alive. I ain't bigger dead than alive. Dead than alive. Yeah. I ain't bigger dead than alive. Bigger dead than alive. Making sure that you know why. Really, I never been better. Legacy, this is forever. Really, I never been better. Legacy, this is forever. Really, I never been better. The legacy live on forever. Yo, remember the legend and know that he never surrendered. Because this is forever. And there will be no surrender. Yeah. Come on, here we go. You know that this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever.
Up, everybody. Welcome to the Halo 2 Throwback Tournament. That's right, we're bringing one of the most famous games, the game that made gaming, right back to you guys. We've got a great lineup of teams today. And before we get any further, we want to make sure that you know that today we're not just having fun, but we'll also have the opportunity to make a difference. Today's tournament is in partnership with Cure Rare Disease, which is a nonprofit that funds a nationwide collaboration of researchers and clinicians in order to develop customized therapeutics for rare diseases. My name is John.
I am Leighton Cortez.
And today we're going to have a lot of fun. Some of the best players that have ever touched an Xbox controller are going to be competing in today's tournament, Leighton. I'm really, really excited.
Yeah, I'm super pumped. I love Halo 2. I'm a big fan. I know if you're watching, you're probably a big fan of Halo 2 because it's... John, I'm a bit biased. It's one of the best games ever. I got to say it, you know? But our format for today is pretty simple. A lot of these first rounds we're going to see is best of 3. Game 1 being an objective-based game, Game 2 also being an objective-based game, and Game 3 being a Slayer game. Now, these teams, the higher seed gets to pick which map and which objective-based game they're going to play and they alternate, of course, not being able to duplicate that same thing after, but it's going to be a big, big day. I'm so excited, and I'm ready to see the enormous amount of talent that we have here for the tournament.
Yeah, that's right. And if you're looking to contribute throughout the tournament, our mods and our team is going to be posting the link to donate throughout the competition and throughout the stream. And so go ahead and take a second to get yourself educated on the amazing organization. I know when I was looking into it, just hearing about kids going through things that there's literally no cure for, this organization is here to help them. Right now, people are facing battles that there's no known cure for, and today we have an opportunity to give towards that end. And man, when it comes to Halo 2 action, this is not a duos tournament. It's not solos, not trios. This is a good old-fashioned 4v4. I can't wait to see some of the teams that are going to be playing today. And I know that some of the players that I watched in my time in Halo, like Elamite Warrior or Ace, are going to be out there in Beaver Creek, and I just can't freaking wait.
I know. We actually have a bracket here for you to check out. Let's look at all these teams here. We have Elamite's team, not verified yet, pardon me, EU, LOL, GDT, Day Ones, and Real Ones. Guys, this is going to be big. And look at these names. We're already, luckily enough, John, Day Ones and Real Ones straight into the quarterfinals. Both have buys. But Elamite's team is going to have a bit of a longer route.
Yeah, that's right. And he did it to himself. Originally, you'll see one of the players on their Gunshot, one of the better players that's still picking up the Halo sticks today. Originally had a team of his own, but decided to join forces with the super team. And Gunshot, Ace, Elamite, and of course mine's there's going to be a team to reckon with. And just so everyone knows, not verified yet is not a mistake. That's in fact a team with Fry Guy, Set FPS, Arbiter of Death, and Clear Hit. And these are going to be a lot of fast-paced Halo 2 games. Maybe we'll see some new strategies in an old game. I just can't wait to get into the action.
Well, John, I'm just so glad that they decided to put on this event at what I think would be the most perfect time for some great Halo action. I have awesome Halo games coming in the future. As you can see, we saw an Xbox's awesome showcase.
Yes.
But today we get to focus on Halo 2 and a great cause. And John, I'm excited. I'm ready to jump into some stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Xbox is so great for putting this on and for continuing the legacy of Halo. I remember I was in 3rd grade the first time I played Halo. I remember the first time the flood rushed me in the campaign. I remember the first time that I rented Halo 2. I don't even know if I had enough money to buy it, but I rented it and I held the VR for the first time, and my life was changed forever. And say, hey, let's do this all throughout the tournament. Let's put our favorite Halo moments in the chat. Let's reminisce together as we look forward, not just to the past of Halo, but to the future. But
for sure,
I can't wait to get into some gameplay.
Me neither. I already see people in chat saying some predictions who they think are going to win. Hey, if you're in chat, let us know who you think is going to win this tournament. You can probably follow along at the smash.gg link. You can see some of the team names in the rosters, John. But you talked about old school Halo, going to rent it. John, I had the metal case. I don't know if you had that Halo, but
yes.
I had the special edition Halo metal case. I think I stayed up like way too late past my bedtime to go get it at GameStop. But that was quite the time. That was quite the time.
Yeah, we're seeing in chat someone, J. YouTube. I bought the Master Chief Collection yesterday. Hey, that's still selling copies, still changing lives here. I want to give recognition that we're not only joined by teams from North America here, but we also have some EU teams, specifically EU LOL. So EU fam, we see you, and we get a little bit of the fun continental rivalry here, as we've got players from all different backgrounds, players who were popular and successful on the original MLG circuit, as well as players who maybe have just been grinding it out in Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
We will see. It's going to be a very eclectic mix of players here today.
And well, the cool thing about EU playing is like, oh, well, maybe they have a higher ping, but the cool thing is that we have figured out a way for the higher seed to, of course, take host, and then the lower seed take host after that. So it's still fair, at least for those games that they get to have ping. But it's going to be a good time. So we see chat people already talking about some of their favorite moments, John.
Yeah.
Some of their favorite moments is Scarab, and when the music kicks in, that's some special moment.
Hey, and if you're just tuning in, this is the Halo 2 Throwback Tournament. My name is John. This is my co-host Leighton. And today we're not just playing Halo 2, but we have the opportunity to raise funds for an amazing nonprofit called Cure Rare Disease, which does just that. And so all throughout the tournament, you can go to the website website, cureraredisease.org, or the link listed below by our mods to donate, get educated, and not only have fun today as you enjoy some Halo 2 retro action, but make a difference from right where you are. And we can't overstate how exciting of a time it is for Halo players, Halo fans, and it feels like 10 years since we've had a Halo release. I know it's not been that long, but I just can't wait to get into some new Halo.
For sure, and I think what's even cooler is that they're still giving life to these games. We think that they're old, we think they're throwback. They're not. Halo is, or Xbox is still putting a lot of life into these games. Brand new maps, Halo 2 maps. John, I play MCC a lot. I saw J-Dot was talking about it. I play MCC way too much probably, but being able to keep putting maps in, what a cool way to keep extending the life of a game, I think is the key for games in 2021.
Yeah, and you know, I was in preparation for this event, I was looking back through some old MLG tapes, some of the original Halo competitions, and Halo really pioneered a lot of what we now know as modern esports. And even when I was in high school, I really tried to grind on the circuit, went to a couple local events, went to a couple of the MLG tournaments, and tried my best to make my way in Halo 3. But like many of us, we didn't quite make it. But hey, we're here, and we get to be a part of Halo in some way. And it's just so exciting that no matter what side of the controller or camera you're on, Halo universe makes a way for us to all feel a part.
For sure, and what a cool way. I know, John, you talked about going to tournaments when you were younger. Those were all LAN tournaments, right, John?
Yeah.
Every single one of those were LAN. And
Absolutely.
What a cool thing. We don't have to be connected to compete now. It's
That's
so
right.
cool. We already have the bracket and tournament all set up and ready to go. So we're just waiting to get into some games and some action. So make sure sharing this link right now. Just share this Twitch. Hey, come watch with me. Anything like that, and get some of your friends in here. Right? It's gonna be a good time. You guys can reminisce about Halo 2 together.
Yeah,
maybe?
Find the OG Halo squad that you started gaming with. Maybe you haven't talked to them in years. Maybe there's some bad blood, but say, hey, we're gonna watch some Halo 2 and have a great time. I want to note in the chat, you'll see a practice server. We want to just thank them for helping organize and do a lot of tournament operations for this event. And so as you see that account posting links, that is a verified account, tournament organization, and of course as well to the leader, to our friend Monster D-Face. Got so many great names that are behind making this event happen, bringing Cure Rare Disease to the forefront of a lot of people who've maybe never heard of some of the diseases that are happening here by the nature of them being a rare disease. But man, I can't wait to see the very first Beaver Creek matchup. I love Beaver Creek because it's got a little bit of everything. It's got sniper, it's got rockets, it's got overshield. There's a lot of great things, and we are getting ready to go into the game #1 action. It's MLG Bomb, and we're excited to see these first two teams square off.
It should be day ones versus real ones, and here we go straight into some gameplay off the bat. And we're playing at what, John, I may consider one of the scariest maps if you do not know what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Midship is going to be the epitome of the team control, team shot game of Halo. You're going to see teams try to control either the pink side or the car side and try to own the rhythm of respawn. And teams that are able to get the high ground there and control the tempo of the game, they're going to be able to predict where the enemy is respawning. And it's a very dangerous combination here as we've got the red and blue team squaring off.
Absolutely. You already see taking very great angles right now, trying to look into that spawn and get some action going there, but not able to get anything. That bomb's not moving very far, John.
Oh, yeah, and these teams are just feeling each other out. Might have been a long time since any of them have played some competitive Halo 2. I know it's been a long time since I've watched it, but this is going to be a battle of the BR. There's only one power weapon on this map. It's the sword. It's at the very center of the map, and traditionally, it's not really able to avail itself much in kind of the tight team shot angles of this. So it's a game of team shots. So it looks like red team is just about to get a bomb on the enemy base, going a big double kill that we see right in front of us, trying to throw the bomb, clear it out, putting shots on Stormy V2, but gets taken down by JD Hurricane. And that's, of course, the real ones versus day ones. It's funny how the brackets end up being that way, but we've got the real ones in red and the day ones in blue.
You see, he has 3 out right there, Johnny, and 3 out on this blue team, and they're trying to find a way to get back into this game. Red's very close to scoring. They drive and took it right up the middle after a nice 3-0 wipe, and now we're trying to get back on the pace here, but blue team's having some difficulties controlling their spawns.
Yep, and literally, you don't traditionally pull a bomb or move it on midship unless there's 3 or 4 down, and you're going to want to get another respawn reset, as we see red team here trying to punish blue off the carbine spawn. Of course, this is named for the items that are found on this map. Red team is going to get the sneaky bottom pink spawn. Notorious is going to be taking shots. Hearing the teams call out here. Bottom pink, of course, got the shotgun there as well. 2 power weapons on the map, close quarters in nature. No rockets, no sniper, just team shots. This red team takes an early lead.
And this is great for red team. Now you're kind of in a maintaining mode here and just really, again, trying to control spawn. And look at this top control. This is exactly what you want, John. This is big. If they can get some great elims into that blue spawn, this could be beneficial for red team.
Yeah, and there's blue team with 3 players down. Red team's going to make their way around the map. Sitting bottom purple, they're going to be trying to force the carbine spawn. 2 shots on clutch court. Going to make easy work of the player with his back to him as they're trying to control mid-game. Possession of the bomb, going to be moving through enemy fire on the car side of the map. 2 teammates right there. 1 goes down, but they look pretty set up here, Leighton, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get it all the way.
Well, it's right here if he can get this elim on Lavish Cracker, and there he goes. He gets it. Oh, and is not able to get the last elim. Very close, John. It was that close to ping a 2-0 switch.
Here we go. Red team trying to make something of this here. This blue team's going to have 3 players down. Red team is throwing the grenades to block the spawn there. Lavish Cracker going to be taken out. And it is a 2-0 lead right now. Best of 3 for red team.
Oh, no.
Making quick work here. And this looks like 3. This looks like game 1 is about to go right on over to red team.
Absolutely, and I think it has a lot to do with these spawn kills. Does he get that off? He doesn't get it off. Kind of a clutch little stick grenade there. It's not going to be enough. And there we go, just like that. JD Hurricane and company for the real ones take game 1 of MLG Bomb at midship. Holy cow.
That's right.
Just jump into it.
And what you saw there was the real ones. They just got into a great rotation there. And unfortunately, if you're a team that's down on midship, you're probably going to stay down. And red team was able to get the spawns, they were able to get the positions, and really punish blue team coming off the respawn there. So that was a quick bomb game for our very first game with some great action as we started off.
Right, John, like you said, you have to start off quick. I think you have to establish control very quick at midship. It's the #1 thing to do. If you get caught in the spawn battle, it's all downhill from there, and especially for an objective game like bomb, you've got to make sure you're controlling height. And we saw that with day ones, or real ones, pardon me, the entire time. Every time I saw red on top. So again, game 1 goes to real ones just like that.
Yep, and it's a best of 3 series here as we start the bracket. So there's still plenty of chance for blue team to answer back, for the day ones to show that they really do know what they're talking about. They've staked their claim in Halo from the early days. I think that's what they're trying to tell us with their name. And we're going to see another objective-based game type coming up, and the series is going to conclude with Slayer. So I'm hoping, just for the sake of viewership, that we get a 2-2 series that ends on some Team Slayer, and that's just what I want for Christmas. But it's been a great time already as we've seen some hot action here, the Halo 2 Throwback Tournament.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to see what's next, John. I know you were talking about it. Could it be Beaver Creek? Could it be Warlock? What could it be next? So, John, I would like to know what you think. I would love to see Beaver Creek, by the way, but I don't think we'd see Beaver Creek until a game 3 possible switch.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's really what we're waiting for. If you're just tuning in, this is our Halo Throwback Tournament, and we're here to benefit Cure Rare Disease. And we're going to be hanging out with you guys for the next little bit here as we bring on some new names and some well-known names in the Halo scene, battling it out to win what must be one of the first Halo 2 tournaments in quite some time. I know when Elamite Warrior comes out to play, you know that it's a big deal.
Yeah, John, definitely, especially when the team's name is just Elamite. That's the type of power, that's the type of just sheer genius of Halo that you can just call yourself Elamite's team.
Yeah, and I just can't wait till EU gets brought onto the mix. I just always love when there's that fun NA-EU rivalry in any esports, and I can't wait to see what chat does throughout it. We see so many people interacting in chat, and Seth FPS, one of our players, of course, said it perfectly. It's such a throwback. And it's exciting because it's a good cause. But hey, we got some people in the chat who are probably just some gamers. But because of that, we're going to send over to game number 2, which we've got Flag on Sanctuary. And this is what we like to see, coming in with Clutch Court from day ones with the sniper. And is going to be taking heads already. This is the Halo 2 action that you love it for.
Absolutely. Sniper Troll mid is big here. Trying to get this BR shot's not going to be enough, and Sniper is now down, John, and you just saw Red pick it up immediately.
Yep, and what this map is going to really come down to is some power weapon control, as we see that sniper being used to great work as Professor just gets absolutely annihilated, going for the quick shots there, and Clutch Court is going to get a kill and then get taken out. Red team versus blue team. We have got Hurricane from the real ones in red, and of course the day ones with Lavish Cracker and company in blue.
Again, this is very typical of the beginning of an objective game. People are trying to establish possession of the map, John. They want to establish control, and height is so important on Sanctuary and controlling this middle part of the map. Great snipe again. And there's a double. That's big. They're looking around and starting to move forward on Flag. Can they get him trapped again in a spawn trap up here? We're going to see.
Yeah. Here they're spawning on Flag. This is exactly the Halo 2 respawn meta. Taking Notorious out. Going to be bouncing the grenades. Getting the 4-shot on Lavish. Great cleanup by JD Hurricane. And they're going to be trying to pull Flag, looks like towards Shotgun. And they have nothing but room in front of them as Red Team is making a statement here as they're just picking off player after player. And Leighton, this reminds me a lot of the last time we played Halo 2 in MCC. We got spawn trapped pretty bad, man. I thought I knew Sanctuary pretty well, but there's some players out there who stayed grinding.
Absolutely, but we saw a nice little clutch kill there on Flag that kind of took it back, but it's just not going to be enough. They had a bit of a shot, but again, it was just too much firepower for the blue team, and they end up going down 1.
Yeah, no, he's in their wall sheet.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, it really is quite the team effort to get a flag out of an enemy base, as the spawn timers in Halo 2, they're not very long. And so it takes the right set of circumstances and some clutch plays, just like seeing blue team 4 people down. We're seeing Clutch Court here trying to shake it off, trying to grab a plasma rifle, maybe get some cheese off there, nading above Shotgun. Those are their players all around him. Of course, we're playing the MLG variant rules, so you're not going to see any mini-map. You're going to see a heavy emphasis on BRs, and really just a game-type design for the max competition.
Here we go. Red's extending themselves very far here into blue territory, and they don't know that Court's over here, kind of taking some shots, but he's not full push. And with that shotgun, down goes Drive-In, and now on the hunt for Stormy. That's 2 kills, but goes down. Still great damage.
Yeah, it's a great double kill there. But as you see, these teams just feeling each other out. This is the nature of competitive Halo. Is a game like Midship can go pretty fast, but this game could take a while. But it looks like Red Team has already gotten the action started. Flag juggling as always, and here we go. A big lead, big lead, 2-0 here on Sanctuary.
If I'm blue team, I'm trying to limit damage right now. I'm just trying to establish control and make sure we don't get spawn trapped. And that's a great kill mid map here. But again, if you're blue team, you have to try and get control of this game. Again, it's a bit out of hand, but 2-0 for Red.
Yeah, the Red Team is on an absolute tear, and they might be trying to settle the argument of who the real ones are, and it doesn't look like it's going to take much convincing here. But, you know, I have some hope. I have some hope. We got any Blue Team fans, anyone rooting for the day ones in the chat, they need your love because they are back up against the wall as shot after shot, kill after kill goes down, and this is just looking hopeless here for the Blue Team as they have absolutely no control over this game as what might be the last flagpole comes out for the Red Team.
Yeah, and again, it's It almost just becomes Slayer at one point, John, and so much less to do with objective. Again, red team just absolutely dominating the kill death ratio overall, and just like that, that's 3-0, and game 1 of this tournament is gonna go straight to the real ones.
That's right. And what you noticed there in the kill feed towards the end was you saw the kill feed snipe. This is Halo competitive meta, that you're not just ready to fight the team, but you're actually ready before they're even ready on the respawn. And we're going to check out some action from this game and from this series. Game number 1 was found on midship. We've got Clutch Court doing great work here, getting his bomb off of the enemy base.
Yeah, and you can just see these kills. These are the types of kills from distance that change the game, John. This is why the BR is so important in these MLG type games. You can kill from far away. Look at these kills. Look at that.
Stormy gets caught on the noob combo, man. You love to see it. But man, there was a lot of great Halo here, and it just really looked like the real ones were just absolutely outmatching the day ones throughout.
And even if you were listening to comms a little bit, you can understand their understanding of their game. The understanding of their game is just so great. Call outs are on, and they knew where everybody was for blue team, and that really was the game changer, John.
Yeah, and you know, Stormzy challenging from top middle there in Sanctuary is just the absolute place of power. And here, of course, is the last flag pull of the game and of the series. And so I believe the day ones will have a chance to redeem themselves, but certainly real ones made a statement here in our first game. And let me tell you guys, this is not normally how fast a competitive game of Halo 2 goes, but the real ones, they ate their Wheaties. They were ready to play the game.
Well, it really just talks, it's really a conversation about momentum, John, and when you start off, especially midship like blue team did, or day ones did, it just wasn't enough, and I think that momentum can be very demoralizing early on for the team, and I think we saw it overall in the series.
Yeah, that's right. Well, hey, we're going to go to a short break, but don't go anywhere. We're teeing up for the next game in our series, the Halo 2 Throwback Tournament, benefiting Cure Rare Disease. Share the link with a friend. Make sure to check out CureRareDisease.org. We'll see you in a little bit.
Get mixed up with someone else.
So they don't have the game tags.
I've already done it.
No, I don't know.
I'm asking who's hosting after this.
All right, guys. Well, we are back from that break. Game and series number 1 went by in a blur. The real ones showed their domination and showed that they have played Halo 2 before. And if you're just tuning in, this is the Halo 2 Throwback Tournament, and we want to show you the teams that are here on the field today. Of course, we've got Elamite team. Anyone who is familiar with the competitive Halo scene, Leighton, is going to know Elamite Warrior and his brother Ace.
Yeah, absolutely. Not verified yet. EU, LOL, and GDT. But you see day ones and real ones on to the quarterfinals. Pardon me, real ones on to the grand finals just like that after making easy work of quarterfinals action.
Absolutely. And of course, we've got an EU team, EU LOL, in the chat. And I wanted to take a moment just to let you guys know about the amazing organization that this tournament is helping benefit. Cure Rare Disease is actually a nonprofit organization that works with the FDA to help identify rare diseases and then help bring cures to them. And so you can research the information, the various diseases that they are helping cure. There's some testimonies on how it's impacted. And I know for me, as we were preparing for this event, it was honestly stuff that I had no idea about. So you'll see the link put in the chat by our friends at Practice Server. And that is a link you can trust, and that will take you to an opportunity to give a few dollars or a lot just to benefit some people who are in a lot of struggle.
Really, John, that's cureraredisease.org/donate and cureraredisease.org to know more about Cure Rare Disease. But hey, John, what do you think's going to happen? There's a lot of after that first game. I wonder if everyone is kind of shaking off some of the cobwebs and kind of dusted off the controller for some Halo. What do you think?
Well, the thing is the nature of Halo is that, man, if the opponent gets into a flow, it is really hard. One time back in the day, any Halo players, like any Halo boomers in the chat, but I remember we got into a GB's match against Straight Rippin', which is one of the most storied teams. I don't know how we got into it, and it was on Construct King in Halo 3, and I don't think we fired off a shot because when a team knows how to set up spawn like we saw the real ones do, it's honestly hard to answer. And so I think what I'm looking for from these teams is a strong start. In Halo, you've really got to start strong. You've got to get that first round of power weapons, and you've got to assert your domination on the map.
Yeah, it's control. It's control, John, at all areas of it, specifically height. Depending on what map this is, but definitely, absolutely, control is the name of the game for these objective game modes and for anything competitive Halo 2.
Yeah.
You know that.
And here at the top of the bracket, we've got a best of 3. We'll be playing objective, and then ending it, should we need to, with a team Slayer. And so we're going to make our way through a lot of well-known Halo maps and weapons, and using that MLG variants, no maps, lots of BRs. It's my favorite way to watch and to play Halo.
Yeah, it is, and it changes the game. It really changes the game. And not starting off with any AR, any SMG, but starting off with the BR. Like that changes. That makes you feel like you're playing competitive just right off the bat.
I loved seeing, I think it was the losing team in the last series. They were able to pull off the noob combo, which is the good old-fashioned plasma pistol charge up, followed by the BR headshot. And every now and then you can get away with it if you're in a 1v1. I love to see it. I hope to see some, back in the day we'd call it ninjaing, where you're being chased and you try to like jump fake and like beat down from behind someone, man. So we get to see a lot of different POVs from different players, and I love that we also get to hear certain teams' comms too. I think comms are a key part of competitive Halo.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're at home and you're listening and you're watching and you're hearing some of these comms, it may make you a better player, being able to call out certain spots. I know it makes me a better player, John. You know a lot of call outs. You're almost pro. You like semi-pro almost?
No. No. And there was no. I never made $1 playing Halo, but we tried. I bought a lot of Dr. Pepper special edition MLG bottles. That's about as close to being pro, playing in some game battles, playing in some locals. I got destroyed in a local Florida tournament when I was in high school by APG, who who is still a terror in the Halo scene. He wouldn't remember me, but I remember him forever. Destroyed any notion I had of making it far in the game. But I love that we get to resurrect a title like this for a special day like that.
Yeah, and if you're just tuning in, we've only had one series between day ones and real ones. Real ones taking the dub, going on to the grand finals. We still have a lot more gameplay left. And who knows, John, some of these games may go to game 3. This one didn't that we just saw, but some of them may.
Yeah, absolutely. You always got to enjoy the competitive scenario when it's a series on the line. That's why I like that we're ending with Slayer, because, you know, those last couple kills, you're going kill for kill, 45 to 44, and then all of a sudden you get a double, it's 47 to 44. And, you know, just the back and forth of that is just a really, really fun dynamic.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, like you said, Slayer, it's just a different skill set. So when you're ending on game 3, Slayer, it changes the game. Of course, grand finals is a best of 5.
Yep.
So we may see a lot more action there, a lot more talent. It's going to be needed to finish out this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we can't say it enough. We've already said it several times here, but maybe you're just tuning in. We're so excited to be playing Halo at this time with the new Halo title on the way, with what we can only imagine is going to be a robust competitive scene. I'm excited to see some of the new players that rise up. You know, there's individuals who've been grinding MCC, like Tylenol, who has been playing even in a couple of like put together tournaments for some cash. Really interested to see if any old pros like Lunchbox and Roy come out. I mean, I'll always be on for a final boss resurrection with Walshy, Ogre 1, Ogre 2, and San, or Strong Side. Either one. I'm more of a Strong Side fan, but man, I could literally just rattle on with like Uncle Rico Halo fan stories, and maybe I just might.
Yeah, just talk about a game transcending time for years. Still players who played it forever when it came out. It's still playing it now, still trying to be competitive, especially with Halo Infinite on the horizon. Like you said, we can see a lot of these players make a comeback in a new game, maybe, you know?
Yeah.
So it'll be fun to watch.
Well, guys, we are getting ready for the next series, and we're going to take a short break. So don't go anywhere, or if you do, grab some chips, grab a drink, and don't go anywhere. We've got some great Halo 2 action coming the rest of the day.
You can talk with your headset.
No, I pushed it.
All right, guys. We are just gearing up here for the second matchup of the series. I got several Halo 2 teams standing by, ready to battle it out here. And today is not just a time to reminisce in Halo 2, Leighton. It's a time to rally for a great cause, cure rare diseases.
Yeah, it's a great cause, and you can go to curerdisease.org to find out more about what they're doing, or curerdisease.org/donate if you feel like donating. And so our next game is going to be EU LOL versus GDT, and we are jumping right in. Here we go.
Here we go. We got some strong comms here as we already well into this first game. We've got 3 down here for blue. And of course, 30-minute timer on the map here, but we're not likely to see it go that full length on a map like Warlock, which is so small. But you know what? I'm ready for a nail biter. I'm ready for it to go the distance.
Absolutely. You can see a lot of action happening low mid of this map, and that's a little unusual, John. I think blue team being so low for so long may be a problem long term for the whole game. Making sure they're looking around at teleporters as well. You can see right here, straight into it. Teleporters are huge on Warlock, and straight up easy assassination. And he's moving on.
That's right, and of course we've got blue team representing EU LOL, and red team over there GDT. And so we've got some people who are like Ryan Noob, who have made their way around the circuit and have kind of made their name in Halo throughout the years. Got a lot of new faces, a lot of new names. If you happen to be a friend of any of the people playing here, they need your help, they need your support, because it is neck and neck right now on some Warlock CTF.
And neither team has really established any control up until this point. Just really trying to test the waters maybe, and pushing forward on things they may not normally push forward on. But you can see blue down, EU LOL down all 3 there at once. I'm surprised red didn't push off that. And there it is, right there.
The nade spawns are absolutely punishing by Chobo and the crew as they're trying to pin EU LOL off the back wall.
And it's happening right now. They already have flag, and they're moving around. You can hear the comms trying to hunt down whoever it is. Great elim so far. Blue really trying to. It's just not going to be enough as GDT scores their first point.
Yeah, it goes 1 over to GDT. NA versus EU. We've got it happening right in front of us, but great comms from both teams as they're calling out players or focusing on the team shot. Interesting thing about this map, of course, is the teleporters on different sides of the map that allow for a lot of cross-map movement, but it's also pretty easy to predict. When they teleport to one side, you can throw a nade because they're right there on the other. But you're seeing the cheeky flag play with the teleporter, and it looks like blue team is going to try to answer and tie it up. The juggle's coming down, throwing it on the platform, grabbing the flag, and going to secure the 1-1.
And it's a beautiful play, John. You can see they threw it right down to him to walk it on through the teleporter straight to back to their base, and that was huge play, John. What a great little comeback. It's 1-1 now for EU LOL and GDT, so it's going to get a little chippy as this time begins to dwindle.
Yeah, and of course the blue team is representing an entire continent of Europe there. Red team, Chobo, Ryan Nerds, and Crazy and Baffy, otherwise known as Jumpin' Frog, are here just fighting it out.
And that's
got some fans for Smithy in the chat there, Leighton. You see it? They're pulling for their friend. This is what we need.
That's right, and that was a full wipe, John. I don't know if you noticed, that's EU LOL fully wiped at that point. That's why Red pulled off this, and this may be easy work for Red, but he's trying to make the shots.
Jumping on the platform, looking to get the second score. And on a map this small, you're going to see a team need to get 5 flags. Some of the larger maps, it's up to 3. But right here on Warlock, it is a first to 5 flags. So settle in, lean back, get your pork rinds, get your Cheetos, your Cheez-Its, your Diet Coke, your Coke Zero, whatever you got, because this is going to be some back and forth action.
Oof, losing mid control right there, and that's not great for Red. And you can hear them kind of panicking as one goes down mid. That's less control for them. They still all have possession of their flags, so nothing too crazy yet. Just still testing waters.
Yeah, and I love the player cam action that we get right here. We get some player cam reactions, actions, aquarium behind the scenes, and locked in focus face as GDF Gone Wild gets the shot. Smithy taking 2 shots, 3 shots, can't find the 4th. It's going to be pushing around towards the enemy flag. Sees a shotgun, blows right past it. I don't know if I agree with that, Leighton. The shotgun can definitely come in clutch in some situations, but he's got his teammate on his mind as Smithy goes down to 1 shot, back up against the opposite flag, and is able to pull off the survival and the kill.
Wow, and that's really gonna hurt him here. Flag just still chilling right there at the edge of that spawn, John. It's not going to be enough. Still, blue flag right in. No one's touched it.
Yeah, and Ryan Noob here with the absolute locked-in face of focus, trying to find the low-ground route. Oftentimes, when your team is getting dominated in the team shot, you've got to kind of navigate through the map so that you can chip out some players on the enemy team. And Ryan Noob's going to take that kill there. It's a huge kill for his team as he's now able to take a look at the whole map and start killing his enemy off spawns. And, oh, he goes down by Blizz. Unfortunate. Did not see that coming and got no call-outs on that one. Ryan Noob's frustrated.
Oh, absolutely. He's chilling back in that spawn, mostly as a safety, John. I think he was really just trying to get some shots from far, have full viz of the entire map. And you can see right back in it, hunting around, just not enough. Blue controlling a lot of that lower ground in front of their spawn.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we've got a 3-1 lead here for the red team. Ryan Noob and his team, although Ryan Noob's frustrated, is maintaining the lead. We're back over here with the blue team and EU lull as the flag goes out onto the platform. But I'm not seeing a lot of dead enemies here. This is going to probably end in a reset. You got to be careful when you're pulling these flags because it could literally turn into a reverse cap.
Right. Right, John. You have to make sure it's planned out, and I know the first thing you want to do is go for flag, but you have to make sure you've set up everything else on the map.
But they keep going
to allow you.
Oh, they keep going. Leighton Baffy's going down in the close quarter combat.
And maybe it's just a communication problem, John, but I'm not sure. Still 3-1, though. It's not that far out of reach for blue team. They just have to kind of get possession of this map right now.
Yep, this is not a map that you can take too long being on the back foot as the EU team is just trying to get something going here, but throwing a flag down with 3 dead on your team is a recipe for the enemy team to score. It lets them know where you are, and it puts attention on the fact that they have no one on your side to defend their flag. But I like this play. He's making something happen. Down by 2. He's sneaking. I'm very interested to see how this plays out.
For sure, but he's controlling this map. They really are controlling this map for just 1 or 2 people up alive. And here we go. It's just not going to be enough. Red's still controlling. Again, that 3-0 wipe right there is it's not enough to make a playoff.
A player like Ryan Noob is going to know how to take a sneaky beaver play like that and turn it around on them. Every now and then you get away with something like that, but the real way to score a flag in MLG settings is you got to be up top, you got to have control of the map and the spawns, and you got to bring it all the way home.
There's a lot of low ground action happening again in this area in front of blue, and look how aggressive red is playing.
Yeah, 4 down for blue. This is not good.
They know where we're going to spawn. They know we're going to spawn on the flag now. They're pushing it.
You can hear in chat, they're saying, or here in comms, they know where we're going to spawn. They know where we're going to spawn, and that's how you know you're playing a good team.
Yep, double kill out for Ryan Noob, and the 4 shot by It's Crazy. And the thing about Halo is you're going to get shot before you even respawn. You're going to be getting shot actively as you come back into the map.
And that's 4-1 at this point, and this is not looking good for EU LOL. GDT in complete control of this game so far.
Yeah, Ryan Noob must be listening to me. He's got this. He's got the shotgun, taking low ground shots, going to push through the teleporter with the shotgun and back through again, possibly trying to bait a player to follow him, but he gets assassinated. This is classic Halo 2. Long before there was MLG, there were players who were on this map playing that gamble back and forth, seeing who can assassinate the other in the teleporter. You hate to see it, and you love to see it.
Absolutely. Here we go. Some more teleporter work, and look at that mid control. That is how important it is. Just being able to look around at all teleporters at all spawn points, and just like that. That was a
4 dead, and it's a 4-1. Ryan Noob's team is running this game, Leighton.
Yeah, and again, it's all about control, and I think they're getting ready to pull here, John. This could be the
double
moment
kill
if they
for
get this
Ryan,
Elam.
getting over the triple, shooting shots on lethal, going to turn to the other teleporter, doesn't see the player, but gets the assist.
And there they go. They have thrown flag down to try and get a play here, try and finish this first game. Nading spawn so far, and he grabbed the flag, John. He grabbed it into the teleporter, and he's running up, and looks like that's going to be game one right in the bag for GDT, unless someone kills him at the last second.
Game number one of this best-of-3 series. Again, another dominating performance by the teams here. You're seeing that the bracket here is really showing us right off the bat which teams came ready to play. They came with their energy high. That was some great comms from both teams, though.
Yeah,
you love to see it.
Definitely, John. And again, the higher seed does pick a host for that game, and it's possible that GDT had hosts and EU LOL. With that, EU ping may need to have hosts to maybe be competitive.
Got you. And you know, with the shot registration in these our earlier Halo games, host does go a long way. It's the classic statement that see me on LAN, kid. No matter how many people rolled you in the playlist or in GBs, you just tell them see me on LAN, and that's where everything was really settled. But of course, we'll be going into another objective game. These best of threes are objective, and then if it comes down to a tiebreaker, we'll have Slayer, which is what I'm really hoping to see.
Yeah, and honestly, that last game looked like a lot like Slayer. You could tell whoever's out slaying the other team definitely won. GDT in control the entire game, what it seemed like. But it was a fairly slow start for both teams. I thought that they both started off very strong. And momentum not really shifting either way, but in the end, it's just not enough. And again, it could be a host problem, it could not, but still outslayed towards the end.
Yeah, well, a lot of what you're thinking about as a Halo player in a map like this, there's not power weapons, high ground, there's not really as much positioning. What you're really looking to do is be the first team to get 3 down. And so you're playing on the edge, you're trying to play with your teammates and start the game off strong, because typically how the game starts, how it develops when it comes to respawns and the rhythm of that is going to have a huge narrative, huge impact on the game to come. So, you know, maybe on another map like Sanctuary, you're rushing power weapons, but on a map like Warlock, you're kind of just feeling everyone out.
Yeah, it's really non-stop action, a lot like Midship. Both very small maps, but just non-stop action, a lot of views, a lot of angles that you can hit people. And again, that's probably why we saw a Slayer fest on that objective map.
Yeah, and this is the thing about Halo, is that while the game types might be objective based, there's a bomb, there's a ball, there's a flag, it's really still going to be all about what you can get done in the team fights. Those 4 shots and the team shots are really everything here. These players are calling out where they're at, and this is really what separates the players who are winning and the players are losing. It's what they can do with the battle rifle.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw him dominating that low ground area non-stop for GDT. Yeah. GDT was just in control of Blue's spawn the entire time. But here we go, straight into another game. This is game 2 of this series, EU LOL versus GDT. And we're at Midship, John.
Yep, and we've got Ryanoob's team right here, GDT on the red still, and representing EU, we've got the blue team. So this is interesting turn of events here, because these 2 maps play pretty similarly. This is another small map with limited power weapons, going to be all about the team shot, all about the positioning. Midship offers a lot more high ground options, a lot more angles, as we see Ryanoob absolutely plowing through a couple players, and it's 4 down for blue. Red team is going to be setting up on the side that they want to control. They're probably going to control the respawns here for a little bit.
Yeah, and just like that, John, it's so important that you're just not out of the gate, just coming out trying to shoot people. You've got to take your time, and look at that nice little double, just like that, cleaning up, playing safety back for this flag, and just controlling the map overall. Blue flag right here, and they're going to cap it just like that after
Red
that
team
4-0.
off to a strong start, Leighton. This is tough. It is tough to start within the first less than 2 minutes down 1. This is going to be hard for the red team. Hard for blue and EU. They're going to need some love.
Yeah, establish control right now of those top spots, John. Everything high ground, get it. And here we again, blue pulling on not a full team down, and 3 down for EU LOL. You bet your bottom dollar that GDT is going to try and pull on this, right?
Yeah, we see some Smithy fans in the chat just pulling for either as a friend or just as a faraway supporter. We're seeing some love for EU. So if you see a player that you know or that you want to support, make sure to call them out in chat. They need the love. Let's get the chance going. Smithy's going to take a sticky to the head. It's crazy. It's going to take the double kill. You're hearing the all dead call out. They're going to be looking to car spawn to see blue, but it looks like they're getting the P1 spawn. And Ryan Noob's going to be moving behind to counter the respawn.
That's really great awareness, being able to look around and see that someone was there. The callouts are on par, and just like that, not going to be able to cap anything. 1-0, and that flag gets a little somewhere. It's a little movement for blue, but still 3 down. They're not winning the Slayer race. Yeah,
but I will say this right now. You're playing against the caliber of a player like Ryan Noob. You will never score trying to pull the flag randomly. And it's not only going to be a loss of an opportunity to score, but what we're seeing happen is going to happen. You're going to get dominated on the other side of the map. It will never work. So if there's teams that are new to the game and that are about to play, listen to me, trust me, don't randomly pull the flag. You've got to have 3 to 4 down. Otherwise, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, for sure. At least have it pulled out a little bit. As you can see, GDT kind of had pushed that flag near mid, low over here, and went ahead and going to try and cap it just like that, 2-0. And blue still had 4 people alive too.
Yeah, and there's the double. And Ryan Noob is absolutely in his bag right now. He's played in situations on this map many times. He knows that the player's going to be respawning, and they're getting shots on them before they even respawn. They've got pink and car control. This is really bad for blue. They've got top and high ground on both sides. Blue is going to get run over time and time again. And Ryan Noob's going to head in for not the 3rd cap, because that already happened, Leighton. This is about to be number 4.
And this is big. Again, this is what we've been talking about, John. I know we sound like a broken record, but it's just complete control of the map. And just like that, almost untouched, really.
Yep, and you'll see here, it's a perfect example of what we were talking about. When you're waiting to catch the team on respawn, you're going to walk the flag back untouched versus trying to randomly throw it, get beat down from the back, get team shot from above. Ryan Noob is literally making a tutorial, a YouTube video. Clip it, put it on your YouTube, Ryan Noob. This is how you score on midship flag.
And just like this, EU LOL is fighting for their survival in this tournament. They're going to have to step up right now and try and get some high ground control, try and get some flag action here. But right now, no one's moving. Look at that, 4 down
4 dead,
again.
I'm telling you. EU having a rough time of it, spawning from low, throwing the plasmas, but not going to find any. Not going to find any targets there. It's about to be over. Smithy goes down, killing spree out for Ryan Noob, and it's the clean 5-0 from the U.S. North American red team. And rips in chat for EU. You hate to see it. And man, that was a clinic. That was this YouTube video was titled "How to Play Halo." Gosh.
Yeah, absolutely, John. It was just complete control the entire game. Again, it was a momentum shift from the beginning. Red GDT had it the entire time. Again, still, thank you so much for EU LOL for being able to sign up and join this tournament. We're so glad that you were able to.
Yeah, absolutely. We're so glad that everyone's gotten a chance to as we jump into some replays here. Of course, seeing Ryan Noob with a camo, early domination there, picking the flag up, taking it through teleporter. This is where EU had a little bit of shine here. Towards the beginning part of the Warlock game, they had a really strong showing, Leighton.
Yeah, and I really thought that there was going to be some type of shift in that game, but it just never came. Again, GDT complete control both games. When they established control, it was done. And just like that, GDT on to the next round.
Yeah, and only Ryan Noob would challenge people like 2v1 with a BR. He's thinking maybe I'll get one of them. But just to stare a team shot right in the face, that's a veteran Halo player who is pretty sure he's better than anyone in the lobby. It goes down by Gone Wild, though. This is the GDF Gone Wild had a pretty great shot there as the European team is getting dominated from top here.
Yeah, and I think when games start real quick, John, sometimes you get a little thrown off, and I think that's why we've seen a little bit of some slower starts from both teams, waiting for GDT to get into a groove and kind of establish control. I think that's really what we saw the most. Really, GDT starting slow both games.
Yeah, and we mostly saw Ryan Noob's perspective from his team. But what I loved watching his play was that he was not just slaying, but he was really active in the objective, and that's the sign of a really good Halo player.
Now, both teams, fabulous comms. Again, I
Oh
think
my gosh, that was brutal, man. That was just brutal.
DDT with the dub and beautiful comms. We're looking at this just beautiful highlight reel from them. Like John was saying, an absolute clinic for capture the flag at midship.
Yeah, there they go. That's a classic high ground you see there. You're spawning and you're staring your enemy in the face and you just get dumped off the rip. So we're seeing team shot after team shot, flag steal after flag steal. It's pretty fortunate for Ryan Noob's team that they were able to get 2 game variants that were very similar. And of course, neither of those maps featured a sniper. So you might be looking at these highlights and you're wondering like, hey, where's the flash? Where's the action? But don't worry, we're going to get you some sniper action coming up soon. Before we do that, though, we're going to take a short break, but don't go anywhere. Tell a friend about this stream. Check out the Cure Rare Disease website, and we'll see you guys in a couple minutes. What's up, guys? We are back, and we're going to be getting into some Halo 2 action in just moments. The matchup we've been waiting for, and by matchup, I mean we get to see Elamite Warrior play.
Let's go. And it's going to be a great time.
Let's check out the bracket here just so you guys can get a snapshot of where we are so far today.
And just like that, GDT with that win over EU Lowell on to the quarterfinals. Gonna fight whoever wins this Elamites team versus Not Verified Yet. And John, this is gonna be the game, I think, of the tournament.
Yeah, and from what I can see here, that EU doesn't really have any other representation. And so that was a quick NA versus EU. We normally don't get by that fast. And the Elamites team is they're going to come into this bracket very forcefully. I can't wait to watch it. And I hope this series goes to a game 3 though. It's going to be a heroic effort from Not Verified Yet if they can bring this team to the brink or even beat them. So right now, if you're trying to pick sides for teams that you've never heard of before, because we're here having fun at Halo 2, pick a side and start rooting for Not Verified Yet, because they're going to need some fan love. They're going to need some support because they're going up against some of the most storied players in all of Halo. You're talking about Elamite and Ace, who have won not just team-based tournaments, but solo tournaments. They've been on broadcasts. They've been on multiple teams. I remember Ace playing on the Halo 3 team Status Quo. It's a team that came up from the brackets really strong. It's you love to see it. And we'll see 2 objective games from these teams, and then hopefully if we get to a series tiebreaker, it's a Slayer.
And Elamite's team both of these teams, Not Verified Yet and Elamite's team, have the longest route to the finals right next to GDT, but I think Elamite's team definitely has the longest route to the grand finals, with the target on their back as maybe one of the best teams in the bracket.
Absolutely. And of course, we have the opportunity here to donate towards Cure Rare Disease. And of course, if I see some of my friends in the chat were to click on that link, maybe we would have a spectacle happen. And you're just going to want to check out this organization. They are absolutely great people doing great work. And we here today get to look at some Halo 2 on a Friday and know that we're helping a great cause doing it. And that's why I want to shout out all the teams, Slayton. We have to shout out all the teams that have participated, because whether they made it through or not, they're a part of helping us put this tournament on and putting a spotlight on some people in need.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's all about this Cure Disease charity, and just really looking forward to what's going to come from this. And it's great. We get to play Halo 2 and also support a great cause at the same time. So we're honored. I know I'm honored. I know John's honored to be a part of something so awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not going to lie, because I've played a lot of Halo in my day at different times. During this, I wish I had a controller in my hand. I think I could have 4-shot at least 2 of the guys in last time's series, but it could be some Uncle Rico talk for me. But, of course, I need my eyesight to hit shots, and it's a very important part of what I do. I really hope, Leighton, that the next set of matches and objectives, we get to see some sniper action.
Well, yeah, I think we have to with Elamite and his team. Everyone's asking for it, and maybe we're hoping for a Sanctuary first game. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I love Sanctuary when I'm winning. Sanctuary is a very punishing match when you've got the enemy team. I think this happened just when we were in the playlist a couple weeks ago. Enemy team set up on us pretty quick. I think I got BR'd while having the sniper, and they had 2 snipers honed in on the spawn. You hate to see it, but man, all the players on these next 2 teams we're about to see are great players in their own right. It goes without saying that the player Gunshot is going to be on Elamite's team is definitely a player to watch. It's probably going to be a player that, from everything that I've heard in the scene, going to be making a run at Halo Infinite. Who knows? We could be watching the genesis of players playing an old game that are actually going to end up being new champions.
Yeah, and you in chat had an exclusive pass to be able to see these same teams fighting in Halo Infinite. But hey, our game is starting. It's starting. This is what we've been waiting for. Elamite versus Not Verified Yet. And here we go. I'm excited. John's excited. And we're jumping in. What's it going to be? First game.
Here we go. It sounds like we've got some great teamsmanship, some leadership from Elamite Warrior. It's going to be okay. We've got the player cam. We've got the dono alerts. And we can see this game with 20/20 vision on Elamite's point of view. As he's going to take ultimate high, grabbing the sword just for style points. Let's see what he does with it.
Yeah, and you can already see it's established, John. Just like that, they've established control of this whole map. And decisive kill with the sword. Let's
He's
go.
been using that sword since before some of the people in chat have been born. And we're already seeing a quick run here from his brother, Ace. If you didn't know, Ace and Elamite are brothers. And it's one thing to see them on the same team. It's another thing to see them play up against each other, which has happened before. But today, them on the same team, it almost feels unfair.
Yeah, absolutely, John. There's some type of chemistry that's there that other teams don't have, okay?
Yep. And we got a lot of love for Clear Hit in the chat. Clearly a fan favorite here as he's going up against a literal world champion in Ace. Ace takes down Clear Hit, going to hit the perfect nade, bouncing those nades into the spawn. Already going to be taking Arbiter to some low shields right off the rip.
And Elamite has flag right now. They're trying to cap. It's 2-0 already.
2 shots on
and
Clear Hit, 2
3-0
shots on
just like
Fry
that.
Guy, taking a lot down, but he gets stuck, Layton.
Ooh, not the way to go out. I don't think they're too upset about it with the 3-0 lead. And we're moving
Oh my
on
gosh,
over
Elamite with the sword.
And this is not verified yet. That was Elamite, too.
We cut to their POV and immediately see the Reaper of Death, Elamite Warrior.
And they are
coming
definitely
from high
pulling
ground.
on this. And flag has been pulled for an easy, probably
And
easy
it's already
cap.
3-0, Layton. What is happening? Oh,
3
my
down.
Lord.
It's full control of this midship map, and it looks like they're going to cap this very soon.
Yeah, we definitely need some love in the chat for the blue team as literal champions are on high ground here at P3, putting shots on Seth, putting shots on Clear Hit, and it's the easy cleanup. This is a double kill here on midship as Fry Guy's already taking shots. The perfect spawns. You hear the call out, 10 million hours on Halo 2. Is it real? Is it not? I can't do the math on that.
Well, I see people in chat talking about a rally. Now is the time for Not Verified Yet to step up. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Straight up mid lane. Mines has flag, and I think that's going to be it, John, for game 1 at midship.
Here it is, over in less than 3 minutes, 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Game number 1 on midship flag goes by like a leaf in the wind. Can we get some hearts in the chat for blue team? They need some love.
Wow, John, you were talking about a clinic before, the game before, but what we just saw was
I don't know, it's
absolute domination is what that was. That was the millions of hours of Halo being put to play right there.
It happened. It happened so fast. And of course, the Not Verified Yet team has game number 2 to get themselves oriented. We see this in competitive Halo, that there are some teams who just were really good at one map, and maybe it'll open up for Not Verified Yet on the next map. But
yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the benefit though of this game mode is that this tournament mode, that you're able to pick the next game and map. So they can pick another objective mode, not verified yet, that they're good at. It was obvious that Elamite picked midship and captured the flag. They were pros at it. So we'll see what Not Verified Yet does next.
Yeah, and what is crazy, like, I didn't even notice when the 3rd flag was scored. I'm like, we called out first cap, second cap, and then I like look down and it's 3-0. That was a lot. That was a lot.
Yeah, and again, it was top control just from the start. I don't think it was even contested, John. I think that may have been a comm issue from Not Verified Yet, but just not even contested out the back. Red team, or Elamite's team, ends up on all high ground and just absolutely dominating Slayer, Slayer-wise.
Yeah, and I'm gonna call it right now. I don't think Not Verified Yet's given up that easy.
Yeah.
You know, I believe in them. Got a lot of hope in my heart for them, and I believe we're going to see a robust game number 2 of our 3rd series today. If you're just tuning in, we are so thankful to be able to be here on the Xbox Twitch to work with amazing tournament operators like Monster Deface and Practice Server, and come together with some renowned Halo players and some new upstarts, all for the great cause of spotlighting Halo and helping cure rare disease around the world. So if you haven't had a chance to donate yet, make sure that you take a second, get some research, and do just that.
Yeah, like you were saying, John, it's an absolute honor that we get to play games and also partner with such a great cause, cure rare disease. And so I know I'm honored, and we're going to make some awesome things done today for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to have to not spend too much time in the hospital. When my daughter was born, that was a confusing enough situation. And so as a parent, to think that there are there are people out there whose kids are sick, and literally there's not even something to prescribe them. That's just tough. And so we're having a lot of fun today. But whether it's during this stream or later, make sure to support this organization throughout. And Monster said it in the chat. Elamite's team is just OP, man. It is OP is the word.
And if you're just tuning in, we just had game 1 of Elamite versus Not Verified Yet, and we're about to jump into game 2 just here in a little bit. But for now, it seems that Elamite's team is in control of the series.
Yeah,
for sure. And
it's good. It's good to be playing Halo. There's probably some people like you and I, Leighton, or I can't speak for you, so speak for yourself. But I mean, I remember the original Xbox controllers. It felt like you were like steering a cruise ship or a jet. Like it was like, how do I even, just the many days before there was even Xbox Live. Like I remember when you'd literally you'd have to get people together on the calendar to come over to someone's house just to play Halo.
Yeah, definitely. My best memories were landing up all the Xboxes for us to play Big Team Battle. That is, I will never forget. Those are my moments. Best birthday party I ever had.
Yeah. Hey, so you were mentioning earlier how you're playing through some of the campaign right now. Would have been on Legendary, right? You're playing through on Legendary.
Yeah.
Do you like getting one shot by the Jackal snipers? Is that fun for you?
It's not. Me and my friend are playing through it. We're doing the little co-op situation, just in prep for Halo Infinite. We want to go through all of them. But yeah, no, it's not like I remembered. Maybe because I played on easy all the time. That may have been.
Yeah, I remember when I was originally playing Halo, I was in 5th grade, and that's before I'd ever gotten my glasses. And I'll never forget the first time that I went to Walmart and realized that I needed correction. And so for 4 years playing Halo without clear vision, it was a big moment the first time. I believe it wasn't until Halo 2 that I was actually able to play with proper eyesight. And it goes a long way. And we're going to take a look here from Elamite's perspective. See the lobbies here getting underway. And if this is the game we're about to see, Lockout Ball, oh my gosh.
Man, I love it. We haven't seen Lockout today, John, so it'll be the first time for streaming us to see Lockout for this tournament. So I think it's going to be a great time. Team Vol, oh man, this is going to be just nonstop action.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lockout here is going to be characterized by BR Tower and Sniper Tower and Lift. And it's really going to be a competition to see which team can secure the ball from the top. You're probably going to notice a team that spawns opposite of the sniper nest shoot out the explosive barrels, potentially launching the sniper into the middle or off the map. There's a shotgun on this map. There's a sword. Honestly, Lockout's my favorite Halo map. Lockout is my favorite Halo 2 map.
Oof, that's a big hot take. If in the chat, let me know what your favorite Halo 2 map is. But Lockout is really good. I would agree.
Here we go. You hear that beautiful countdown as we load in. Got Elamite's team in red. Some pretty renowned players. But here we go. Our boy is not ready to give up here on the blue team. Gonna start right away. Gonna get taken down on that snipe spawn. As you see, the sniper has already gone somewhere, blown off by the explosive barrels, throwing BR2, taking shots on clear hit as red team is looking to take control of the snipe tower, and it looks like they're juggling the ball towards their direction, Leighton.
Yeah, and just like that, Elamite has ball. Elamite's team has ball, and they're controlling it in this corner of the map, and this is now.
Oh my gosh, triple kill for Gunshot with the sniper.
No.
You see it on the kill feed. I hope we'll be able to pull it from replays because Gunshot's doing what Gunshot does. As 3 players are getting absolutely locked down top left.
And this is complete control. They know where they're spawning, and all 3 of those blue team are not verified yet players end up getting naded. And that's spawn control, John, and that's why Elamite's team is winning this so far.
Yeah, and honestly, right here, what you're seeing Elamite do, he would not do this if he was playing against a better team, abandoning the setup to go cheese someone bottom lift. He knows that he's playing against players with less experience, and I hope it doesn't come back to bite him as he is able to use the shotgun to great effect.
Yeah, and beautiful call-outs. He saw someone sneaking up on ball over here, and he was already calling out to his teammate, and ball's down, but Elamite may try and set up after this Elam, and just like that, more points. Oh, no.
Ooh, Fry Guy kills Elamite Warrior. That right there is an achievement. You just made it.
And no one was able to establish control, and now, not verified yet, can gain some traction here, maybe.
And they got a whole 7 seconds. You'll love to see these Twitch streamers fighting to the finish. We're rooting for you, blue team. We got a lot of people cheering you on here from home as a Gunshot. And oh my gosh, Mines is going to take the absolute insane lunge, man, using the melee button to its full effect. It's not just a beatdown, it's a vehicle, apparently.
If you're looking at that scoreboard in your bottom right corner, you can see only a minute has been capped for that ball, and only a little fourth, a quarter of that line has been filled. This is a longer game. This is not your average oddball. This is MLG style oddball, so it's a little bit more time, John, for not verified yet to maybe come back.
Yep, and there's always the option and always the opportunity in oddball that if your team gets an absolute dominating setup, you can rack up a lot of time. So what we're going to be hoping for here is that blue team can break the setup, reset the ball, and get their own lockdown on lockout. Here it is. Arbiter gets no, and the nade up here. It's going for the double kill on clear hit. The 4-shot clean and easy, and clear hit is big gone.
And style points for him. What an Elam little double kill just like that. And still, Elamite's team in complete control of this game, sitting on this ledge.
Absolutely. I love you hearing the team call out the timer. They're looking at the clock to see Sniper come down. We haven't seen too many games with power weapons, so we haven't been able to see the full effect of the power weapon spawn timer. This is going to be teams trying to orient their gameplay and their map control around which power weapons are coming back. We should see the Sniper spawn in the next few seconds here.
You can hear them calling, seeing maybe someone underneath tower here, and just like that,
Gunshot's got the sword and the sniper. Oh no! Oh my gosh! Looking for the quick scope, looking down long. It's going to be checking elbow. Doesn't see anyone. Looking BR2. This is absolutely disrespectful as he goes on a running right. That's 15 kills in a row without dying. This means Gunshot has yet to die. Oh my gosh! 4 players. Oh my gosh! Oh, and he goes down with the possible overkill. Goodness gracious.
It's not enough, and you could hear the team laughing because they knew that not verified yet was going to spawn over there. But what a great try. Still a couple of Elams, but holy cow, running riot.
Oh my gosh, gotta love Mines, a player I'm unfamiliar with, knowing his role, letting these 3 legends of Halo absolutely slay out while he's just playing OBJ. Shout out Mines. Goodness gracious.
3:20, 3:21. Time is still counting down, and only 7 seconds have been capped for not verified yet. This is not a good position. It could be easy work for Elamite's team.
Oh my gosh, the map movement by Gunshot almost gets out of there. You'll hear in the background, I think it's Elamite talking about super bouncing. I haven't thought about super bouncing in forever. This is some of the original hacks in the game, quad shots, BXRs, and super bouncing that were baked into the game that kind of stayed there, and I think it made it special.
Look at that, Mines clocking in. They've lost control of the ball at this point, so maybe a little too much style points. I'm not sure how long this is going to last for not verified yet. They're kind of searching around, just trying to make sure they control the Slayer game here.
Everyone tuning in, this is game 2 of a best of 3 series. The red team has taken game number 1 of this series, and so blue team is unable to find their way out of this match. They are going to be eliminated from the tournament. So if you know Seth FPS, if you know Fry Guy, if you know Arbiter of Death or Clear Hit, this is your time to send them all the positivity that you can, because boy, they need it. And over here on the red team, we're shooting our teammates now.
And looking around again, this is top control, John. This is top control. They've done a great job coordinating. Look at Mines.
There he
kind
goes.
of dancing
Shout
for
out
everybody.
Mines, the legend. Going to be dodging, dipping, diving, and goes down with 4 minutes and 10 seconds of ball time. Looks like there's plasma grenades going below. Fry Guy's got the sniper, and he's a smart man. He says, get out of this orbit. I don't want Gunshot with that sniper. It's a 10 head play, 500 IQ. You hear the call-outs. See, the thing that you'll notice right there with blue team is 2 teammates shooting in opposite directions. What you need to orient as a team is focusing on the same target, and there goes the double kill to Gunshot.
And it's just beautiful control. Again, there's not a lot of... They're not too focused on getting this game done now. I think they're kind of taking their time a little bit, but you can see they're a little split on spawn here and not verified yet, spawning right behind bots. But just like that, they control it.
Yeah, Fry Guy trades with Elamite. I mean, anytime you're killing Elamite Warrior, a world champion Halo player, you got to feel pretty good about it. That's right, Fork. That we saw the BXB on display by Mines. Arbiter's going to be taking big shots. 7 seconds as it might be Mines is bottom lift, but it gets taken out by Seth FPS. 4 seconds left to go for the red team to close out this series and try to rack up some time.
Trying to throw it off there, John. Seth was trying to throw it off, and I don't think he ended up getting it.
He got it. But the problem is if you reset the ball when your enemy team already has map control, it's kind of the same difference.
And Mines clocking in all 5 minutes of that game, and just like that, Elamite and company are on.
Oh my gosh! Look at those kill
round.
feeds. 24 kills. Oh my gosh, the triple kill from Gunshot. I hope we're able to pull that up on replay. I know he is streaming, so maybe I'll be able to go over and check out the clips later. But gosh, that's exactly what we expected to see from Elamite's team. Like,
and that last little screen of all the kills, you can see you have to outslay to win, and they did it. Elamite's team did it. Looking back at quite the
Fry Guy taking
montage
shots
here.
And we've got this midship game, which was pretty one-sided as well. A lot of Team BR here. Seeing the rare carbine. It's how you know you're really rolling people on spawns, is when you have the carbine there just to keep the team shots going. Gunshot's going to be challenged from height and isn't backing down. We see the other side of that POV and is going to see the resulting double kill. You don't shoot Gunshot when he's got P3.
And this was another game, John. Maybe in the first minute we thought it was going to go differently, but very quickly Elamite and his team just ran away at the end, just running straight up the middle.
Yeah, and here's what we want to see. We see the beginning here of Lockout. See Fry Guy coming bottom. He's going to do a great jump there, but gets sniped by Gunshot. Going to see the shots going off on top blue. Oh my gosh, Elamite having a little laugh there. Gunshot clearing out the competition with what I can only imagine is a quick scope or no scope, sitting top lift there. And man, he's all over the map. Like this is how you know that they felt pretty comfortable is they're leaving their places of power, really just challenging people 1v1. And with the double to single kills coming off constantly.
Right, and it's these long distance kills as well, John. A lot of these nades going in very late and getting people from very far, just like this. These are the types of kills that maintain control of the map. And so I'm not
there's
shocked
the running
at all.
riot headshot, Leighton.
Yeah, you can't forget it. You can't miss it. Man, style points were on display for Elamite and company.
Oh my gosh! And here we are. We've got some of the other streamers, their point of view, that they tried their best. It's great that some of these new streamers get the opportunity to play in a tournament like this. This is cool, man. I would have freaked out, man, to be able to play Halo with the likes of some of these players on the Xbox Twitch for a great cause. This has been a fun day so far, and the kills just keep rolling. The kills just keep on rolling. That was a high kill oddball match, Leighton.
Yeah, and that's exactly why Elamite won. Those kills, oh, the KD was just so nasty for Elamite's team. But hey, guys, we've enjoyed it so far. We're not done. Don't go anywhere. Okay, go grab a snack, grab a little drink, and come back for some more action as Elamite's team makes it on to the quarters.
Well, it's great to see every single one of you in the chat, and thank you guys for being here to support such an amazing game and an amazing cause. If you're just tuning in, this is a Halo 2 throwback tournament with some very new players and some of the most renowned Halo players that have ever touched an Xbox controller. And my name is John, and this is my co-host Leighton, and we are here to benefit Cure Rare Disease. And you can find out more information on this amazing cause, which does what its name says, is helping families, children, and individuals develop cures for diseases that are rare and therefore have no treatment. So I love what we're able to do by benefiting them. You can find out more. You can also donate. But we've seen some crazy games so far. That last game with Elamite and Ace and Gunshot, and of course Mines, was just mind-blowing.
Yeah, well, let's look at this updated bracket. Straight on to the quarterfinals, you got Elamite and GDT facing off against each other. And John, I don't know who you think is going to win this. I want to know what your prediction is. I think we may be biased with Elamite, but again, you never know which team is going to show up or which map is gonna be picked. So I think this could go either way. Real One's on to the grand finals, easy route straight there. But again, updated bracket here as we wait for Elamite and GDT to face off here.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, as you can see, Real Ones have already clutched their journey all the way to the grand finals. And GDT made really quick work of the EU LOL team as the Elamite's squad. And so I agree with you. I think we are going to see a lot more competition coming in here. And you know, Elamite's team was very confident, very comfortable in that lockout game. And the thing is, if you play a player's just 10% better, they can catch you unawares. And as we've seen, flags can get capped very quickly in Halo 2.
Yeah, it's momentum, John. All they need is a little momentum shift. So you just never know which team's going to show up. And like I said, what map is going to pick. People pick maps they're good at, you know, and so we may see a team pop off, and I very well see us going to 3 games on this next game.
Yeah, that's my prediction too. Put your prediction. Are you saying it's a sweep or a best of 3 finals in the 3rd game? I haven't seen any Team Slayer yet because every game so far has been a sweep. Let us know your predictions in the chat. And Leighton, this is making me want to go play some Halo.
I know.
That's what I might do tonight.
Yeah, well, every night, usually I'm the one that's asking you, do you want to play Halo 2? So, you know, now maybe is the time.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of emotion built up for me, maybe the same for you. And Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, of course. And just this title means so much to so many of us. And you know, playing Halo 2, as much as I love Halo 2, it makes me want to play Halo 3, and it makes me excited for Halo Infinite. Like it's just such a classic game. It really got first-person shooters off the ground.
Yeah, and I think bringing it to the PC community really changed the game. I think it really revitalized this game. And like I was saying earlier, I think in order to be a successful game in this day and age is to keep pouring into the community. And I think they've done that, adding new maps, constant updates, seasons. They've added seasons. So it's been a lot of fun watching, and you can play that game right now.
One of my favorite things that I've seen happen over the development of this new Halo game is that some of the original Halo competitors, people that Elamite and Ace would have gone up against, are actually on staff and are speaking into the game. And so I'm excited to see a game that is anchored in what's always made Halo great, but really bringing us into some new eras and just new experiences when Halo Infinite comes out.
Right, and I want to say this last game, John, gameplay is so much different than other games you see. Like Halo multiplayer, Halo 2 multiplayer to be specific, it's so much more fast-paced. It's not like your other BR games or anything, and that's what makes it so unique. And I love that Halo Infinite in this day and age is going to come and revitalize a world that is used to BRs, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that really the only comparable game that's being played right now competitively to Halo is Rocket League. Constant action. Every other game from League of Legends to other BRs has a lot of anticipation, has a lot of map rotations and awareness and kind of strategy. But Halo, especially in the competitive variants, it is right in your face. Do or die. You don't have time to blink. You don't have time to take a drink of your water bottle or your G Fuel. It's game on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it could be a little bit rough for players who are new to playing Halo to kind of jump into one of these games at midship or at lockout, just like we just saw, and kind of getting dominated. But I think the platform's still there, and I'm excited to see what's in the future for Halo.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, I think it's great to find a game that has lots of action and it's constant action. And I think what really just made people fall in love with Halo is that it's easy to understand. You're watching one player go up against another, and it's do or die. It's capture the flag. Some of these classic things that, if you even think about it, were childhood games that were able to be contextualized into a video game. I mean, cannot be understated how much Halo has meant to the gaming community.
Yeah, absolutely. Through the years, and it being an Xbox release, it's huge. It's huge. That's why I'm playing Combat Evolved again, John, and it's hitting a different heartstring for sure.
Yeah, and I mean that can't not be said either, because about the story of Halo, you're talking some of the greatest narratives. I mean, from moments with Cortana to Master Chief to SARS to the narrative of the Flood and the Arbiter and the Covenant. I mean, this is
happening.
One of my favorite sagas. I mean, I remember reading some of the first Halo books when they came out. Halo Reach, understanding the conflict between the UNSC and the Covenant, and even understanding the backstory of how baked into the universe of Halo is a civil war, amongst different human factions. And just love it. Could go on and on and on. We're going to take a look here at our players as they're gearing up for this next match. Of course, we've got GDT versus Elamite's team.
Yeah, and you may be able to hear them. They're kind of discussing what game do we want to play, what do we want to do, what would be best for all of us. And right now, it's looking like it's going to be midship oddball. And you hear just said, "I'm down for whatever you guys want to do."
Bomb is the most winnable. I don't know.
Yeah, you hear them choosing their game type late, and I feel like Bomb is the most winnable.
It's strategy from the beginning. It's strategy from picking the map you want to play on, you want to win on, and you got to pick something you're comfortable with. And you got to know your opponent, John. You have to know, are they good at this map? Would they have picked that if they were playing? So we're seeing all this come into play in this very quick little 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm really smart when it comes to these things.
You love to hear the back and forth between the team.
It's easily shut down. It's very easily shut down. Got this.
So it is looking like it is going to be a midship bomb, and that's going to be for some fun entertainment.
Ryan Noob, this is going to be our main POV coming from this team. And, I'm sure if we were to look through the Wikipedias and the archives, the VODs, we will have seen that Ryan Noob has definitely played against some of these players before.
Yeah, and again, everyone's just kind of waiting. If you're tuning in, what we're looking at here are some of the player streams as they wait in the lobby, as they talk about what their game plan is for this next game. This is the quarterfinals we are about to jump into with Elamite versus GDT, and here we go. It is official at midship MLG Bomb.
Yep, and I'm really interested to start with the POV of Ryan Noob. These first opening moments are going to be absolutely massive for the tenor that they set. Already getting shots there, getting taken out almost immediately by gunshot.
You see his reaction.
Shot was impeccable, and it's looking like 2 down already. Mines is pushing in. They're going to be trying to take control of the map, same as Flag, but it's for a different objective. They need to just snag that bomb so that they can take it to the enemy, not to their base.
And that was quick, John. Elamite's team now has control of top, and you can kind of see Ryan Noob's point of view as he just got 4-shot. It was very, very fast.
Yeah, it just takes 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ryan Noob is getting attacked. And great bull true there. Not an original medal in Halo 2, but it's definitely a phenomenon that deserves recognition. Blue team here has got the comms that they need as Ryan Noob's kind of settling back into more of a Slayer role, letting his team talk to each other. He's trying to hit the shots. I will say, anyone who's played competitive gaming of any type, communicating and being precise with your movements and play it's an art form in and of itself.
Yeah, and you have to practice that. You have to practice to get better. This isn't something you just jump into and start calling out stuff. You practice with your team, and that proves your team chemistry. And I think overall, both of these teams are communicating very well. And just like that, bomb has been picked up, thrown back into the middle. Get that out of blue spawn, he says.
And you see trading by Moon and Crazy. Going to be the 1-for-1 there What you'll notice here, chat, is that the reason why Ryan Noob's team is faring so well is because they're maintaining high ground. They don't have pink control, which is that pink area of the map, but they do have carbine control, which is that light blue part of the map that is where the carbine rifle spawns and so is rightfully named. But this is so important. You love to see Ryan Noob, even though they're kind of on the back foot, they're maintaining, and now they've turned it into a 3 down and a bomb returned.
And just like that, that's how quick the game can change. I think out the gate, Ryan Noob was a little bit nervous, but you have to stay composed. And just like that, they could make a play. They could make a play on this.
Absolutely. And different from flag, just to reiterate for everyone watching at home, instead of taking the enemy's flag to your base, you're taking one bomb to the enemy's base. And so instead of trying to escape, they're trying to infiltrate. And it's a whole different idea. But 3 down for blue team is going to have just as much effect as it would in flag.
For sure, but we haven't really seen Elamite's team move on it so far. Bomb has just moved to pink, and Ultimate Moon down low. Still, great elims from Ryan Noob. Those are the type of elims you need to stay in the game, and he's doing a great job at it.
Yeah, and he's not really intimidated playing against Ace and Elamite. Ryan Noob's been in situations like this before. He's hitting some great shots, and I think that this is going to be an even series, Leighton. I think it's what we predicted, is that this is not going to be just an easy walk in the park for Elamite, Gunshot, Ace, and Mines. They're going to have to work for this one.
Yeah, and they're taking their time. It's so important. We haven't seen this any of the game. There is 3 down for GDT, so this may be some type of move on Elamite. But again, they're taking their time. They're being patient. Both teams are, and it's fun to watch. It's head-to-head right now.
Yeah, and you're right. We're watching hours, tens of thousands of hours poured into one game across multiple years, across multiple months, and you're seeing the fruit of it as the veterans on red team are going to move the ball just a few steps closer and try to trap them on car spawn. Mines is sitting there on bomb while he's trying to load the bomb. It's going to go down 1 bomb to red team as we jump over to Elamite's POV.
Decisive, and that could be the game changer right there with such an even matchup. Elamite's team getting a quick little cap just like that.
Yeah, I mean, Elamite is kind of leaned in on here. He was smiling. He was joking last round, but he knows he's playing against a different breed of player, and that's no disrespect to the teams who have come before, but the players on Ryan Noob's team, this is what they do. They've played competitive Halo, and they're able to push back against the Giants. This might not be David and Goliath like we thought it was. This could be an even-toed match.
And big shots from Elamite. He goes down there, but great shots into blue spawn, and that's the types of kills you need to be making exactly where he is. Great movement so far by Elamite.
This is great. What we're seeing here from the blue team and Ryan Noob squad is something that we didn't see once in the last series. That's multiple times getting 3 to 4 down against Elamite's team. That was a great play as Elamite throwing the plasma, faking, peeking, and knocking him down.
Here comms going off. Windows one shot, and I think they get him. There he goes. He calls it dead, and this could be big. This could be a plant here, John.
Yeah, Elamite out of grenades there, not able to spam the top platform, but able to take down Crazy. Gonna go for that sword. Gonna see what he can do with it. Putting shots on Chobo, 2 shots, 3 shots. Gonna be turning his head. It's a common practice of players to put their head down and turn it to the back of the enemy. It's a little bit harder to get that finishing shot if you're shooting at the back of a Spartan's head. Just for all you at home who are looking to get ahead in the MCC.
And Mines had bomb the last time I saw, and yep, low ground right there in spawn. He has the bomb. We could look at a plant here. They're looking around the map trying to get all these elims because they can't keep these guys alive, John.
Ooh, Gunshot going for the 1 kill, able to take down Chobo.
Oh, and that's it.
And here's the call. Double kill, looking P1 spawn. Great call out there. And look, Leighton, we've got a 2nd bomb score by red team.
Yeah, they ran it in right there at the end. Very quick, very sneaky. Again, they're winning the Slayer race, but not by much, John. It still is close. It's 2-0, but we have got to see GDT step up right now with some top control.
Absolutely. And here we see Gunshot getting shot out from Car. It's going to be knocking his head down and trying to get his shields back up, but he gets chased by Crazy. Crazy with a great kill there is going to press the advantage, but go down himself by Mines. Mines there ready, not just to do objective work, but he's got a 4-shot himself.
And Elamite just being untouched sometimes. There he goes. Goes down. That's a commentator's curse there. But still jumping down, turning around, making sure he does not get his headshot. And again, the bomb trying to be planted here. They're moving it towards pink. And he knows. You can hear call-outs. There's 3 dead. There's 3
got
dead.
the stick, but it was taken. Oh my gosh, the sword kill to Ryan Noob. Absolute masterful use of the sword by Gunshot as he's looking. He's got the sword kill on Chobo. He's going to use that air. He's going to take out the double kill with Crazy.
Gosh.
He's going to push the advantage on the bomb. Going for the triple kill. Just misses it. But Jumping Frog absolutely clutches it because those few feet of bouncing that ball gave his team much needed time as Chobo is able to use the angle to take out the power weapon.
Wow, what a clutch shot job indeed, John. That bomb gets out of the way. They could have still capped that. Elamite's team still could have capped that, but because of that great save, wow.
I cannot overstate Jumping Frog 9. That just absolute masterful objective work. Couple of seconds and a few inches is the difference between life or death in this Halo tournament.
A lot of people. Game's starting to ramp up. You can see it's starting to speed up. A lot of possession of this bomb is starting to go back and forth. Still, no one has a lot of control. 2-0 so far in Elamite's team possession.
Ooh,
oh,
Chobo.
my goodness.
3 down for Red, Leighton.
And this is the momentum shift. This is it. This is the momentum shift that they need. Hopefully, GDT can ride this out for planted bomb here.
Yeah, and you can feel the momentum shift a little bit. That it was really bad there for Red Team, but Blue Team definitely bought themselves some time. They got 22 minutes on the game clock, Leighton. They could drag this out if they can just stay in it. We could see a miracle today.
Bring this slow, very slow, very slow.
Yeah, I think it may have died down though, and I fear that for GDT, Elamite can get control of this map very quickly. I would have kept it chaotic for a bit longer.
Yeah,
and look at that, just like that, bomb is now right in front of spawn. This is bad. This is really bad for GDT.
Yeah, we're seeing the bomb inch ever closer. Blue Team is just getting edged and chipped away.
Barely slipping away. He was almost dead there. And GDT is playing some masterful defense right now. They're trying to fight for their life. 2-0 in Elamite's way.
There's Ryan Noob sitting back in his chair, absolute focus on his face. Of course, this is just the first game of a best of 3 here to decide which team will go on to the grand finals.
All 3 down there. Bomb contested at this moment. Not able to secure that Elam. That's very unfortunate right off of spawn.
But they bought themselves some time, Leighton. I mean, Red Team had some momentum. They had spawn traps. Blue Team is just barely hanging on.
Oh, it's plays like that that's keeping them alive, John.
Yep. See, the hard part as a player in this map and just trying to rotate, you can't get your spawn, and you're not close enough to defend your base. It's going to go 3-0 to Elamite's team in game number 1 of this series. Best of 3. We're seeing the plus 15 from Gunshot.
Those KDs.
Goodness gracious. And you're always going to see an absolute correlation between slaying and objective work in Halo 2 or Halo 3. You're not going to see many teams with a negative kill feed pop off with objective. It's going to be about map domination, power weapon control, and high ground.
Well, I'm going to be honest, John. I don't think the score really did justice for that game. I really thought GDT was in it a lot more than that score said. Towards the end, really saving their life. And I'm going to be honest, that may carry over into the next game. That type of momentum, that shift in the game. Elamite has been in control of everything they've played, all their games. So it was kind of nice to see GDT step up and give them a little run.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and if we're able to find ourselves on a map with some rockets or a sniper, it's going to open up new possibilities for teams like Ryan Noob. If Ryan Noob can get a sniper, you know, it would not be uncommon or unbelievable to see him do similar things with the snipers. We saw Gunshot do in the last series. Sniper work like that, controlling power weapons like that can change the entire pace of a series. And so there's still a lot left on the table here as we head into game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, look at the sword, for example, on midship. That kind of changes the game a little bit. Now imagine sniper rifle, rockets, all these power weapons in game. It changes it. So it'll be cool. Maybe they'll choose Sanctuary, and we'll get a bit of a different game style here.
Yeah, put in the chat right now. What map do you hope that they pick? Oh, it looks like we're actually heading into lockout. Too late, chat. They chose for you MLG Ball on lockout, and we are going to be absolutely sending all of our positivity to Ryan Noob's team and Baffy and the whole team as we see that snipe tower get blown out. And here we go. Got Sniper for Gunshot. He's going to get some weird shots there. Weird shot registration. Takes Baffy down with the 1 kill. 3 shots, 1 kill.
Look at these angles, John. Look at these angles. Library, or Sniper in library, looking around. This is where you want to be. Trying to see who's going to pull the ball first, and there it is. He's throwing it over, throwing it straight off.
Yep, great form here. If you can't have control of the bomb, or the ball, you don't want your team to either. And so it's going to be common to clear the ball, throw it. There's a quick scope from Gunshot. Got a little selfish there with the other quick scope. Could have finished with the BR. But when you're this good with the sniper, a lot of times you don't need the BR. You got the sniper. 1-2 from that crazy angle is going to take down another player's shields. Gunshot is an absolutely dominating force with the sniper.
And just like that, Elamite throwing ball into library. They're going to secure this positioning, and this could be a setup for success for Elamite's team. Holy cow.
Goodness gracious, we're getting excited here in the studio. I am close to jumping on my feet and knocking things over. Leighton would not like that as we see the easy tag from Gunshot as players are being pushed bottom below. Killing spree goes out to Gunshot, and it wasn't a running riot, but we'll take the killing spree.
Absolutely. Again, this game is very close. We're seeing it. Both of these teams are very evenly matched up when it comes to just slaying. So I think GDT is still in this. This has to be an Elamite pick, right? That's two games in a row. This has to be Elamite's pick.
Yep. I mean, I imagine that they're picking what they're best at. It's crazy. It's going to be getting those shots. But this is such a different game than we saw the last lockout. I mean, it's only 30-0. While Ryan Noob's team is down, they've still got some hope.
Yeah, and ultimately Moon just sitting with that ball. It's stuck at 31 seconds. Apologize, but look at that. Blue or GDT starting to make a move on it, and he's going to throw it off just like that. That is the type of control that you need to have in this game when you're playing oddball.
Yeah, and you're hearing Elamite with excellent call-outs, excellent command, and even on this map, if you check the kill feed, you'll see Elamite with a little bit of ball time. In his days on straight rip-in, that was his sweet spot. He was great at assists, great at communication, and willing to do anything that the team needed. And we hop over to his little brother, Ace. He's not so little anymore. He's got some trophies and some accolades of his own. As he's going to be taking shots from top. I'm not sure why he's taking that fight there. And blue team has got some points on the board now.
Well, it's a game-changing fight, John. I think securing that Elam probably could have made a more offensive position for them for this ball, because right now GDT
oh my gosh, the double kill to Ace, going for the triple.
The nade.
That nade's going to hit Jumping Frog, a.k.a. Baffy, and is going to be very low, half shields, looking for the player. Oh my gosh, that's the closest thing to a ninja we've seen, and it's going to be the ball kill here for Ace. Absolutely dominating Ryan Noob. What are you doing? Don't get that close. That man's got an oddball. Ace mad at himself, but after taking down 3 enemy players.
Yeah, and it's just not enough, unfortunately, but Elamite's team does have possession at this moment. Pretty crazy. GDT, all those spawns in that room, but just like that, Elamite's team is back in control.
Absolutely right here. Absolutely dominating performance from Ace so far. Leading the team, by the way, if you notice, ultimately Moon is gamer tag that he's playing with right now, and is leading the team with objective points. Gunshot's got the sniper again, though, Leighton.
Yeah, and this is starting to look like they're getting into a nice rhythm here. If I'm GDT, I need to be throwing at ball a little bit, because if they don't stop now, this could get out of hand.
And you're going to watch Ace sit here in the corner. He's listening to his teammates. He doesn't have eyes on the whole team, but he's relying heavily on where he knows the enemy is based off of what his teammate is saying. This is where communication and teamwork just shows that no matter what you can do with the BR, if you don't have the team, you're at a huge disadvantage. This is free time here, Leighton.
Yeah, and I love this. Not afraid, Ace, not afraid to drop the ball, throw some nades. Just because you're holding ball doesn't mean you can't participate in some of the slaying. And here we go. This could be a big Elam BR beautiful shots, but someone's waiting right beyond the corner.
Yeah, there they go. It's crazy. He's got 2 shots in the sniper. We'll see what he can do with it. Gunshot's going to be jumping mid, showing I'm not just a slayer. I can play objective too. It's going to be trying to jump top tower as Ace is sneaking behind 2 enemy players on BR3. Got the sword right in front of him. Scripted. It's scripted, Leighton. It's scripted for the Halo King as he's able to see a sword right as he gets behind the enemy players. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, but there are 2 down at this moment for him. He does get that Elim on ball, and I think he's going to pick up, maybe looking around, going to throw it off, reset.
Great
That's
clear
a great
there.
move.
Great clear there. Unfortunately, gives the sword over to the enemy team. It's 1 minute and 41 seconds to 26 seconds with a little less than 10 minutes.
And it's a really good call out. You can see he was calling to hey, top BR, top BR.
Top BR, last one. Or not last one, but BR3 and China's 2. He has sword.
Here we go.
Yes, sword. I'll go with you.
No one's capping points at this moment. After that reset, everything kind of slowed down, trying to make sure they have control on spawns, control on map, and control on some of these weapons. But no movement so far from either team on ball.
Yeah, again, when the momentum shifts a little bit, you want to just take your time. You don't want to get caught up in a negative spawn trap here. So Elamite and the team, they're ahead. They're not going to push their luck. They're okay to give a couple of seconds of time over to the Ryanoobs team just to make sure that they're not putting themselves into tough situations. But you see the movement and the nades here from Elamite. This is hours of Halo played here. Baffy goes down, and it's crazy. He's about to go down as well with the team on his back. Elamite's able to plow all the way through and almost break the setup. So we know that we need some love in here for the blue team, as Chobo is saying, I don't need your love. I've got a sword.
Well, it looks like GDT is starting to get some confidence here with some points, and just like that, the game's close. It's not far. Not out of reach for GDT. Now passing 1 minute and only 40 seconds away from lead.
That's right. Can we get some blue teams in the chat? Ryanoobs team, Baffy and the boys, they're climbing back against some world champions, and they are less than 50 seconds away, less than 40 seconds, and they're going to tie this up, Leighton. You're seeing the timer tick down.
Well, I like what we're seeing. We haven't seen Elamite's team really struggle at all this tournament, but right now, they're starting to. They may be out. We haven't even seen them in second place at all this tournament. This is the first time we've seen them. If GDT holds on to this for 10 more seconds, that they've been behind.
Yeah, and this is so impressive that Ryanoob's been seemingly holding the ball this whole time. Is one of the more well-known players on his team, and his team is slaying out. They got 3 dead on red. They're taking the lead. We're absolutely seeing what looked like a landslide turn around. We got a series here, folks. The only question is, how's Elamite and the team going to respond?
Well, if it's anything like that first minute, John, I don't want to be GDT, but for now, GDT
there you go,
maintaining
Baffy
control.
with the double kill sniper. Power weapons are everything. We knew that if some of these other players could have a chance to do something with a power weapon, that they do some work.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple of double kills from Sniper. Anyone holding Sniper so far, and now he sees someone low ground in that room. Trying to get him Mines here, making a play.
2 shots
and he
on
doesn't
Mines.
secure the Elim.
Mines with an absolutely almost perfect grenade. Mines with the challenge, trying to break the setup, but it's going to go down, giving time for people to push in library on Ryanoub, who sees the opportunity to take this game home right in front of him. He's got to win this fight against Gunshot. Does he get the stick? Does not. Gunshot goes into the 1v1, is walking away with the kill and the bomb. Looks like he got the opportunity to reset it, Leighton, but we can't be sure.
Yeah, it has to be a reset here, also with almost the entire
it's
lobby
still in
down.
library. It's still in library.
Untouched. 219 on the board for GDT.
3 down for red. This is an absolute game. You're seeing the tone and tenor of Elamite's team change completely. Blue team has found their niche. They found their flow, and they are... As I speak, Baffy gets killed with a double kill. But the boys with Baffy are playing well as Chobo is trying to play ball there. Reset. Ball's going to be in the middle of the map. Now it's anyone's game. It's just like the game just started, except for the fact that red team was there first.
And throws it right into library, trying to get It's Crazy walking across mid, but he gets down, slips away, not able to secure his life. He is dead. And just like that, Red's in control, but someone else is running into library.
Chobo with an absolutely crazy from downtown nade is able to break up this setup. And right now, Elamite, Ace, Mines, and Gunshot cannot find their footing. And blue team's got the ball again.
GDT knows this little rotation if they're holding in library, as you know. Elamite did not win last game at Lockout here in Library. They went over here near Sniper, so maybe they're not used to this type of team doing this, but so far, complete control for GDT.
Well, we spotted earlier in the last Lockout match, Leighton, is that Elamite and his team were doing some map movements that you wouldn't normally do in a competitive oddball game. They were going bottom lift. They were rotating elbow. They were honestly floating around the map just due to the individual overpowering skill. I think some of that's coming back to bite them. You can't do that on a team who knows how to set up, who knows angles. And you even heard Elamite just a little bit ago saying, don't charge from Library. He's trying to direct his team because if you come at the wrong angle, you're just going to feed the cycle of the other team's setup.
Yeah, and right now you hear comms, a lot of confusion. They're trying to find people. And here we go. Ryan Noob goes down. Ball still in this room low. And here we go. We may see Elamite's team start capping a little bit.
Yeah, and what I want everyone to do at home is start to see the correlation between the score and the time of the map. There is going to be a mathematical eventuality where how ahead blue team is could actually outpace how much time there's even left in the game. Red team is not just fighting against the score, they're fighting against the clock.
And they're doing a great job, John. They have ball right now, and they're making sure that that doesn't come into play, but they still need a full minute on this, and that's a lot of time against GDT. They're looking great right now.
Yeah, absolutely. To put it in perspective, this has been a multi-minute game, and the teams have only accrued 3 to 2 minutes each, which means for them to get a whole minute and then some in 4 minutes, this is going to take every ounce of Halo experience that the red team has to pull this off.
But we'll see what's happening. GDT in control again, but just drops it as I speak. Still a lot of back and forth. This is very even matchup. This is a great map. I don't know who chose it, but it's a great map for both teams. They both know this map very well.
Yeah, absolutely. And as they look for this setup here, it's reset in the middle. This is going to be a big play. Elamite goes down. Ryan Noob is all over this. Mines is one shot, bottom lift, horrible position. Looks like his teammates are going to be spawning there. It's the double kill. The lift spawn is not where you want to be on Lockout, especially not Lockout oddball. And it is looking like Ryan Noob's team has everything that they need to take this home. We might be going to a Game 3 Team Slayer, Leighton.
And it'll be interesting to see where we end up playing for that, but this game is not over. We still see Elamite's team pushing very hard on this. They have not given up. GDT still in the lead.
Yeah, we've got a lead of almost 1 minute and 20 seconds left and only 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Red team is going to have to get a setup and hold it the entire time. Jumping through there, and the gunshot goes down to the absolute insane 1v1 skill of Ryan Noob. And you know, Leighton, I'm impressed. We haven't been able to see their POV, but I would imagine if we were to look at the kill feed, the other players on blue team have absolutely been going off. Baffy, Chobo, and the guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And still, oh, here we go. We see Elamite taking the ball here, and they could take the lead if they hold on all the way, but I'm not sure if GDT is going to let them do that.
It's going to come down to it, Leighton. They've got 2 minutes left on the clock, and they need 1 minute of time. This is where the pit forms in your stomach because you can be up ahead and fall so quickly. Gunshots coming from top. Oh my gosh, this is all over the place.
Comms are great. Let's listen in because it's really fun to listen to these guys. And just like that, Elamite's back in control of that ball.
Looking at the math here, Leighton, it's getting less and less possible. The Elamite and Ace are going to be able to win this. We're seconds away from this being over as blue team did what no one has done before and take us to a Game 3.
And that Game 3 would be Team Slayer. And map choice up to whoever was the higher seed in Game 1. But so far, still holding on. Elamite is still trying to make something happen here.
Yeah, and the players are saying it, but I believe that at this point it's a mathematical impossibility that even if the red team were able to hold it the whole time, it would not equal to a higher score than the blue team has. You know, we're not the refs, but I'm calling it, Leighton.
Well, it's been a pretty even game so far, and I think it's pretty crazy how GDT reestablished control of the whole map and really, I think, tried to intentionally make a momentum shift. I could tell, and just like that, it's very close. I think they're still a little worried, though.
Goodness gracious. And, I mean, it's coming down to the wire here. Ryan Noob's team obviously not bothered by the setup, knowing that the game is over. the score is going to look a little bit closer than it ended up being, Leighton. I mean, as much as we can't deny how dominating. Oh my gosh! And we've got our first ever teabag. The absolute domination by Ryan Noob. It is on, and he may have just awoke a sleeping dragon going into game number 3. This is Halo 2.
Oh, wow. What a great game, man. GDT stepping up and saying, hey, we know what we're good at. We know we can establish control. And holy cow, Elam might go down in game 2.
I can't believe Ryan Noob just did that. Again, if we were to go back through the history books, we probably see that Ryan Noob has had his fair share of close games in tournaments with money on the line against the sorts of Elamite Warrior, maybe Ace, maybe Gunshot. There's a little bit of history there, and Ryan Noob says, hey, y'all, remember, we're still here.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw that. We saw this in game 1. There were hints of it. But right now, that last game, that's where you saw them really step into themselves. And what a great game. I know everyone in chat was really excited watching. Someone even said, hey, I watched 7 games of this because it was so close. What a nail biter. But game number 2 going to GDT.
Yeah, that's right. And, it's really around the... it seemed like the 10-minute mark, Leighton, that Elamite's team was running the game. And something switched, and I don't know if it was in something that Elamite's team let up on or something that Ryan Noob's team really did differently. One thing that I did notice is Ryan Noob took the objective, sat in library, he trusted his team, and his team came through. As the most well-known player on his team, for him to put that trust in his team, for them to hit those angles and those team shots, I mean, goodness, they locked it down.
Yeah, and we talked about this. It's chemistry. It's team chemistry. Being able to trust your team, being able to know that everyone knows call-outs, being able to do that communication, that's not something that's just built overnight. That's built over time, and we saw it with GDT.
Yeah, and of course, if you're just tuning in, you're catching us at what is one of the most exciting parts of the broadcast so far. We're here with a Halo 2 throwback tournament to spotlight the amazing things coming in the Halo universe, as well as to put a spotlight on an amazing nonprofit organization, Cure Rare Disease, who has a nationwide collaboration working with researchers and clinicians to help develop customized therapeutics for rare diseases. They work with the FDA in partnership there, and you can go to their website and research, get to know some of the diseases they're working with, read some testimonials on how people have been helped by this. And of course, you have the opportunity to give a couple dollars today. It will go a long way. I love how Cure Rare Disease has used game tournaments like this one today to put a spotlight on a really good cause.
And Halo of all, Halo, like we said earlier, popping off with the Infinite release very soon, and being able to do that, I think stepping into the Halo universe and the Halo community has been such an awesome thing. I love seeing two things come together to accomplish something that's incredible.
Yeah, and we're about to see what we haven't seen so far. We're about to head into Game 3, our first Game 3 of the day. This Game 3 will decide who goes on to play in the Grand Finals, and we've got Beaver Creek Team Slayer. First team to 50, and a map that has the ups, the downs, the insides, the outsides, the rockets, the snipers, the overshield. It's got it all. This is Halo 2.
Well, just like that, Elamite's team on top 2-0 real quick, and you're going to see a little bit slower play. This map, you can't just jump off. It's not like Midship. It's not like a Sanctuary. It's a little bit niche, John.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, you see in the back, it's a really important part of the map is while there's a red base and a blue base, and spawns are going to be all over the place, in the back of each base is a teleporter that puts you in the opposite flank. But oh my gosh, it is not looking good for the upstart team in blue, as Ryan Noob is on his back already, is 7-0, and this is why the red team got the power weapons. The rockets are king, and you see that sniper.
Well, I'm wondering if this was Elamite's team's choice, because this is looking like they obviously understand the map in and out, or maybe, and they've played here many times. You can tell the chemistry is obviously here. Great call out so far, rocket control, and just like that, another kill from Elamite.
Yeah, and what we notice here in just a couple of seconds from Elamite's POV, we saw that his team had the rockets, the sniper, and overshield. Let me tell you something. If your team has all three of those and Beaver Creek Team Slayer you're going to be up 18-3. It's not even a question. We've been seeing so many BR-focused maps that we've maybe lost sight of just the true power of power weapons and timing those rotations and being the first one to snag the overshield.
Well, I really don't think that Elamite was worried about losing game 2 if he knew he was going to do this in game 1, 20-3, and it's looking like a runaway right now.
Goodness gracious. I'm just getting so excited here. I'm probably waking up anyone who's in the neighborhood, Leighton, and I'm probably blowing your eardrums out because this is a group of players that we haven't seen play in a setting like this since 2006. This is the type of map where finals between Final Boss and Carbon were settled, where T-Squared and the boys at Straight Rippin' had their hopes dashed, and it's Beaver Creek. We don't get to see this type of map, and I'm just hoping that they remake it for Halo Infinite.
No, absolutely. There's a nice little switch up there. Maybe I think GDT was hoping they can get some momentum, but it's not going to be enough. It seems like they just don't know where they are, John. They're having difficulties locating Elamite's team and just kind of trying to plan some type of attack, but there's nothing right now positive coming from GDT.
Yeah, and let me tell you what's unique about Halo 2 is that you're down, but you're not out. And just like we saw in Oddball, we're seeing Ryan Noob's team kind of claw their way back up, and all they need is a good power weapon respawn. 12 minutes into the map, we'll probably see Overshield, Rockets, and Sniper coming up. You'll see Rockets start high up that little ledge there you see to his right, Overshield down low to the left, and Snipers up adjacent from the Rockets. And it's going to be a lot of focus from the teams going towards securing those power weapons.
And so far, like we were seeing earlier, Elamite's team has been securing a lot of that. Still 33-17, and this is now starting to get into the place where they may not be able to come back. But yeah, anything can happen, like you said, John. It's Beaver Creek of all maps. Anything can happen, GDT. Yeah,
the difference between Objective and Slayer, though, is there's a lot shorter of a window to turn it around. Ryan Noob's team has got to claw their way back up to 25 or 30 before Elamite's team gets to 40. Once Elamite's team gets to 40, they're 10 kills away, and they don't even have to try. Elamite gets the sniper. You see the power weapon control just not in the wheelhouse of Ryan Noob as Baffy goes down with what would be an easy shot for Elamite, taking the no scopes because he knows they're on top, but it's going to go down.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to connect there for sure. Not enough. I don't know if someone's going to make a move on Sniper with that down, but still, it's looking so decisive with these BR shots, John. And this is what's winning them the game. Look at that kill. Look at that scoreboard.
Yeah, and it's so reminiscent of the age of Halo 2. There was a lot more trash talk. There was a lot different standards on showmanship. And Ryan Noob kind of brought us into that era with the teabag. You'd see players in Halo 2 grab dual needlers and just spam someone's dead body. You'd hear Final Boss yell, "Should we charge because we can't lose?" And Ryan Noob, I think, awakened something in Elamite that has been long dormant with that teabag at the end of this last game.
And look at that teleporter control. It's really leading to a lot of success for Elamite's team. And you can hear them saying, just like that, Elamite's team makes easy work of Team Slayer Beaver Creek against GDT. Elamite, you're going to the grand finals.
There we go. We're seeing the kill feeds. Ryan Noob GG's across, and seeing the kill feeds there. Gunshot with 11, plus 11 there. Another player there, plus 11 as well. And seeing hashtag bring H2 back. Well, hey, for just one night at least, we brought it back to you guys. Let us know in chat if you'd love to see some more Retro Halo tournaments because I, for one, am loving the action.
Yeah, and we brought back all the drama, too, just like that. Ryan Noob, not sure if he's regretting that. Nonetheless, congratulations to Elamite's team, and also congratulations to GDT for making it this far and participating in such an awesome, awesome event.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for playing in this tournament. It's helping us put a spotlight on Cure Rare Disease, and we're gearing up for the grand finals. It's going to be a best of 5 against Elamite's team, and the only other team to make it this far in the bracket. And we're going to be taking a short break as we get ready, so go grab some snacks, go text a friend. It's Halo 2 Grand Finals happening after this.
What team is it?
Awesome, guys. We are back from that break because we just wanted to make sure that we were ready for the grand finals of this throwback Halo 2 event. And we've seen some great action so far today, Leighton.
Yeah, it's been kind of one-sided for the majority of the day, but these last couple of series have really shown themselves who the real talent is in this bracket. And so we can see exactly Elamite's journey to the grand finals. Real ones, some are saying, may have had an easy one. Say what you want, but they have been sitting watching Elamite's team for a while. So I think real ones maybe a little cold coming into this game.
Yeah, I mean, that's never my preference to have several buys or even to come in through the winner's bracket. I mean, you love the security of coming in through a winner's bracket, but to have only played one game, to have won it handily, the real ones, hopefully they've been playing in the playlist off stream and just getting ready for it, because they're about to play just the team of their lifetime, probably the best team that they will have ever played. We've had so many great moments before. I want to thank all the teams for participating, Not Verified, EU, LOL, GDT, Day Ones, and of course here in the grand finals, we've got Elamite's team and the real ones. We've had such a great time working on this tournament with our friends over at Practice Server. The one and only Monster D-Face, who's doing so many great things for the esports community. And here with an organization like Cure Rare Disease, who is using video games to help us make a difference. And, you know, it's one thing to meme in Twitch chat. It's another thing to be the parent or a person who's struggling with a disease that there's no known cure. And so for everyone that's given today, we're just thankful from the bottom of our hearts. We've got headshots and helpfulness today in the Throwback Halo 2 tournament.
Well, I need predictions in chat right now. I want to know who you think is going to win. I think I know who. We're biased. We're not allowed to pick who's going to win. We're not allowed to pick who's going to win. But nonetheless, I think it's going to be a great game. It is best of 5, so it's going to be a little different.
Yeah, and, you know, my reaction to getting to see players like Ace and Elamite play and getting to cast for them, you know, when I was in high school, the MLG Pro Circuit was just getting started off. And I remember when there was a collaboration with ESPN and just so many things. I remember when Hot Pockets started sponsoring the MLG events, and that meant that we would literally just mooch off of the vendors at the MLG events. And it's just so fun to relive some of those moments and to even go back to a time when we were competing with esports on tube TVs. You know, if you see some of the old pictures when this game was being played in 2006, 2007, and now it's time to not live in the past, but to be here in the present as we head into the grand finals. And we're starting off hot with CTF on midship.
And right off the bat, we see Elamite's team, Elamite's point of view here, blue team. And you can see they're all moving. That's 2 down for Elamite's team.
Got a lot of predictions for real ones. We got a lot of predictions for real ones in the chat. Gunshot takes a sticky to the leg. Oh my gosh.
And
of course, we've got
like
Elamite's team in blue here and real ones in red.
Holy cow. Complete domination from real ones so far. I know it's early, but like we've said on midship, those early pushes affect the entire game.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is what happens in the first minute or so of game on midship. You're feeling out the other team. You're catching what they can do with the team shot. You're vying for positioning. And now it kind of seems like blue team is catching their breath. But Leighton, in the midst of all of the talking and the dying, the real one scored a flag.
Yeah, and they after that first little 3 down, you could tell that they knew they had more control of this map than Elamite. And so it's going to be interesting to see Elamite kind of work from behind here. We saw that at Lockout last series, but let's see how they respond here at midship.
Yeah, and chat, feel free to give us any context on some of the players here from real ones, because to my knowledge, we're not seeing any players that made it too high up in the MLG Pro Circuit or other notable Halo 2 competitive atmospheres, but they're literally popping off. Here we go with Stormy, leaned in, green screened in, taking a 4-shot to Mines right to the face.
And those were beautiful shots from Stormy. Gets sniped from spawn by Elamite's team. But still just kind of testing the waters. 2-0 for their team at this point. So this could be bad, John.
Yeah, absolutely. They're throwing the flag mid just to give them the options. There's going to be potentially an easy double kill. Gunshot goes down. The plasma grenade just gets behind Mines. And Stormy is taking the 1v2, which is huge in a game all about map placement.
And you saw the scoreboard there. Just everyone was eliminated for a quick moment. And they know their flag is gone and capped just like that by Elamite's
Oh my
team.
gosh, you got to stick on his own team. Stormy just stuck Driven all the way from his base to P3, P2, and I hope they're not going to regret that. But you see, even just one death, one kill from the setup can slow down the whole momentum.
Well, Elamite's team came out here kind of slow, but they are now starting to gain control as they secure some key elims.
Yeah, so Elamite's team gets that score there in the midst of the chaos, in the midst of a betrayed, stickied player. Red's going to be pulling the flag, dropping it middle, hoping to get that top. Control only got 3 down.
Yeah, this could be it right here, John. A nice little cap with 2 more to go would be great for Real Ones game 1 of this series.
Go. Ace goes down to the back smack. Stormy's playing absolutely out of his mind as his team is already up 3-1. Mike says in the chat that the Real Ones are just a bunch of dudes that never left Halo 2. You love to hear it. This is exactly who we thought to see. As Stormy uses the flag for the double kill on Gunshot. Gunshot doesn't have a sniper. He doesn't have a team. And now he doesn't have a life as he's going down to the objective. Mines getting the shots on Stormy that he needs. That was a huge kill for Mines. He's going to be able to push up top and try to get some control there. This is going to possibly be, and most likely be, a stop for the blue team. And you just heard Stormy there. He said, we need Slayers, we need Slayers. He needs people slaying out there. And they're trying to stop this attack from Elamite's team. And their flag is away just right there below Carbine, I believe. But they're going to have to slow this game down. This game is starting to get a little out of control for Real Ones. Yeah, absolutely. And the thing that you don't want to do against a team like Elamite is get overconfident, because with any ounce of space, they will flip the spawn trap on you and dominate you from P3 to Car 2 and give you absolutely no chance to move off your base. Looks like the game is getting a little bit closer as Elamite's team scores another sneaky beaver, flag 2. Yeah, it happened very quick, John, and I think they're starting to kind of tighten up a little here, Real Ones. And the way that their comms are talking, they're a little panicky. 3 down, about to be 4 down. Sticky's going out. This is the time for the veterans to turn the colossal defeat into a victory. It's Jury Lizard. Jury Lizard. Probably not his competing name. Is going to go down. Driven's one shot on their flag platform, but he's able to take out, or he goes down by Elamite Warrior. Stormy with the team kill. This is so back and forth. Yeah, it's just a lot of chaos at this moment. Everyone's just kind of slaying out for positioning, and this is pretty common mid game for capture the flag if it slows down at midship. So you can see they're calling out 3 dead now, and he's going to pull for this. There's 2 there. Just like that, Elamite's team could be tied with Real Ones after a quick start from Real Ones. P2. No on the street. 2P1. My gosh, just listening into these players. Excellent call-outs. P stands for pink. Car stands for carbine. These are the pink and light blue sides of the map, which represent points of power and great vantage points to kill players off of spawn. You're always going to see the players on this map stick to the high ground. Oh my gosh, we're definitely at a stalemate, but we've got 24 minutes, and it's a 1st to 5. It's really great defense here from Real Ones after stopping that very aggressive charge from Elamite to try and tie it up, but it's just not enough. Again, slow play. They're slowing down. I know you see that 23 minutes, and it most likely won't go that long, but they give that time for these teams to make these points here. But yeah, Driven's going to take big shots. That was an absolutely skillful 4-shot from range by Gunshot. It's clearing the way. P2's coming up. Calling out. Yep, absolutely. This is they have everything set up. Oh, one player goes down. Elamite gets down, and that's all that you need to break up a setup to to flip their flow.
Wow.
Just one player down, and gosh, this is some good Halo.
Again, some beautiful defense from Real Ones. They know that they're having to make these game-changing stops, and still nading this flag, control. He's trying to get it out of here and gets that flag Elim just like that, and he is now about to cross mid. Oh, and he goes down, John.
Yeah, 3 down there. Elamite is making his way back. Looks like he's on the flag platform. He's going to take that high jump. No juggling, just scoring. But there goes 3 down for the blue team as the counter cap looks like it's happening right in front of their eyes. Tree Lizard goes down. Gunshot is taking shots on Car, shooting Stormy. 2 shots down. Car 2. Stormy's going to stay up in the face of his enemy as he is looking to turn that flag back into a score.
And this is so close, Sean. It's going to come down to the absolute last second for these guys. And I don't know who's going to end up on top for this one, but so far, both teams looking very, very even.
It's 3-3 here.
It's very interesting to see Elamite's team not really be controlling slaying out there. I think they're kind of struggling here.
Yeah,
Real One's really hitting their shots.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Leighton is this team is hitting their shots, and while we were analyzing, they were capitalizing because the red team is 1 point away from taking out some of the world's most renowned Halo players in this tournament. It is 4-3, and red team has thrown the flag to mid floor. We've got players trapped up against top blue. And here we are with Stormy going 4 down though, spawning on their flag, is going to be able to take out Elamite Warrior. Great shots on Gunshot. That was huge. Challenge in the face of great adversity at high ground, and he's able to push Gunshot back. That was huge.
He's still trying. Gunshot very, very slippery. Cannot get that Elim here, and Stormy still throwing nades. Great shot. He finally got Gunshot.
Oh my gosh,
another one. Gets a double.
Oh my gosh. Stormy with the retro moves, showing him who's boss. Blue team down 4, red team with high ground. 4-4 though, Leighton. These teams are scoring faster than we can cast it.
This is it, John. I think they're both going to make plays for flag. It's most likely going to be a race to see who can get it back, but they have to control these Elims again. Everyone's just kind of shifting control. I haven't seen one team really have any control at one point.
John. That's right, and this is what we're seeing here is a normative Halo competitive experience, Leighton. The last couple of games, we've seen people absolutely dominate from top and stay up top, but in a competitive match like this, it's a constant back and forth of high ground, P control, car control. This is what made us fall in love with Halo watching it, the constant back and forth, the ever-happening action, and it doesn't stop as these teams are 4-4. Last point takes game number 1.
Still, there have been no moves on flag. They're still just trying to secure some of these Elims. And now they are on a push here. If they can secure some of these Elims, this could be big for Real Ones.
There we go. You heard the call-outs. I'm pushing up with you. I'm pushing up with you. This is how you turn kills into caps in Halo 2. Teamwork. Ace is getting shots on him. Mine's an ace. Trapped on their flag. Oh my gosh, Stormy with the huge kill. The huge double kill. That was absolutely massive. That's probably the game right there. All he has to do is block out the car spawn. He's got them absolutely trapped on the ropes. They're going in. Elamite Warrior can't stop
like
it.
That.
And Stormy and the boys take game number 1. This is not the new kids on the block. These are the real ones coming through in a game number 1 that we did not see coming. I wouldn't have bet money on it. I wouldn't have put crypto on this happening. Oh my gosh.
Wow. If you got a second to check out that leaderboard, what an even matchup. I didn't know who was going to win at any moment, but Real Ones really established control right out of the gate. I think that's what wins them the game, John. That's what wins them the game.
Yeah, I don't know if Elamite came in not knowing who these players were. Again, it could have been a case of just not really knowing your competition in a tournament like this. You don't have consistent competition where you get to feel out the team and see how they are, test their shot. I mean, this is their first chance up against these guys, and the Real Ones showed that they're quite authentic.
Well, hey, look, they like being counted out all day. I think they maybe thought that the people thought about them that they had an easy route, but look at them hang in there with Elamite's team and really made handily work of that, I think.
Yeah, and I'm excited, Leighton, because this means that we've got a series on our hand.
Yep.
Text the boys, get your old squad, tune in for this last series because this is a best of 5 in the grand finals. Some of the best known players going up against some players who just have never stopped firing the battle rifle, and you can tell they don't miss.
Well, John, that game really was a surprising pick right out of the gate to go midship, capture the flag. It's a very fast-paced game, and it's going to be interesting to see kind of how the tempo flows from the next game. Are they going to kind of capitalize on that momentum? I'm not sure, but it's going to be interesting to see what they pick.
Yeah, and let's not get ahead of ourselves. It was a 5-4. And so just by the sheer exasperation of our reaction really just highlights just how good Elamite's team is. To see a team beat them, but it was just barely. So we're not expecting a blowout. We're expecting a battle.
Yeah, a battle for the rest of the games, John. I see this going to Game 5, but hey, all I know is Game 2 is ready right now. We're jumping right in. Back at midship again.
We've got midship here, and it is going to be a battle of the BRs again. This is MLG Bomb, so we're going to see a lot of the similar action. Stormy's laughing. Be careful. Be careful, Stormy. There goes the setup from the plasma grenades. Common practice is to set a couple of them up in a chain reaction and send them right into their face.
Well, again, this may be a little bit slower at first just because it's bomb, but still a lot of fights back and forth, just establishing control.
Yeah, here we go, tuning in with blue team. And you hear Elamite calling people. He's charging flag. Stormy goes down by mines. Almost a team kill there. Lizards had shots on him. Ace is going to take him out. They've got sword.
It looks like very dominating performance so far by Elamite's team here.
Again, we keep bringing it back to this, but this is what I love about Halo. There's no long, drawn-out reset. People aren't gathering resources. That there's definitely a place for BRs and games where you're getting equipment and map positioning, but there's just something special about a game that is sheer adrenaline, back-to-back fights, constant call-outs, and this is why we loved Halo 2. And we're seeing it happen right before our eyes.
Well, Real Ones was trying to make a play there on bomb. It just wasn't enough. It's going to go back to mid after a bit of a failed little push here, but still searching around, trying to find these key elims while they control pink and in high ground, John.
Goodness gracious. See, this top pink control is great, but he just let someone... Oh, and the BXB on Stormy, ooh, showing that, hey, I've been playing some Halo as well. And, blue team is going to be moving up with the bomb. Mines and Elamite taking shots on the blue platform there.
Now, bomb is way over there in red base, in red spawn here. And a key kill right there. Very good.
Now, this is interesting insight here to this series, and we're going to take our viewers all the way in to what we're noticing here, because this really does decide some of the games. Is last game, Elamite's team was hosting, which is common belief across the Halo community that whoever is hosting has sometimes just a slight advantage when it comes to BR shots registering. We're talking about a game from the early to mid 2000s, and so it's not uncommon that things like this could have had an effect. And now we have got the enemy team, the Real Ones, hosting again. How much of an effect this is going to have, we don't know. But all I know is that when you're hosting, you feel an extra bit of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely, John. It's failed. It has not failed to leave the gaming arena to say who's hosting. It's common, but so far no real big movement on either side. Real Ones just trying to make sure they don't give Elamite a quick point here, but so far both teams very head-to-head.
Sup main, if you're just tuning in with us, the enemy team in red, the Real Ones, went against the team in blue, Elamite Warriors team, and they won the series of this grand finals. This best of 5 is 1 point to the Real Ones, 0 to Elamite's team. Goodness gracious.
Now you may be asking, hey, this is MLG Bomb, why is no one touching the bomb? Again, control of the map, making sure, slaying out, and maybe looking for that 3 down on the other team before you make a move to plant that bomb.
Up here, the great comms coming out of Stormy's team and the Real Ones. Bring the players, calling out the enemies. Stormy with the great advice. We're here to slay out. It's the interesting thing about objectives in Halo. You can't get too locked in on the objective, otherwise you'll have no space, especially in a map like Midship, to move the objective at all. You've got to slay out.
He's absolute our Eli. And there's guy P2.
And that's what we're seeing here. This is not boring at all. This is awesome slaying we're seeing in a fight for pure control and most likely the game. But again, Real One's taking game 1. Quite the game. Same here at Midship. Let's capture the flag, but still, very close race here.
And let me tell you something that players like Ace and Elamite and Gunshot are familiar with doing, playing in long, drawn-out series. Not just at home on a live stream, but in front of a crowd of hundreds and sometimes thousands. This isn't just going to be a series about gunfights. This is going to be a game of mental attrition. Which team can hold on the longest? And right there you see the veterans take the first point.
Yeah, 4 down. You had to plant on that, and Elamite was waiting. He was waiting for that moment, and just like that, 1 up.
Elamite missing that jump there. It's going to get behind. Driven, but gets the back smack. It's going to go out. Ace, you see there at top, pink. It's going to be shooting spawn from above. Red team is trapped on a little bit of a spawn. Bomb is different than flag. It's the first to 3. You're not trying to take something from the enemy's base. You're trying to bring something to them. You love to see, it was said before, love to see this level of play from Halo 2. There have been players that have been still grinding, like some of the players on Real Ones, and there have been players who have so much skill, they just never left, like Elamite. As he's moving in, the team captain, not just a Slayer, but can play OBJ, is going to give the second bomb over. But oh my gosh, he fumbled the ball. Streamer's curse. We got it up there. He's good. Gunshot's going to sit down. And oh my gosh, they might not make it. This is going to be a huge flop.
Oh my goodness.
Comes in. My breath was taken away.
Wow, what a last second push. I didn't know if they were going to cap that or get that Elim on blue, Elamite's team, but they didn't, and they go up 2-0. It's now almost done for Real Ones for this game 2. And just absolutely great communication and leadership from Elamite. You can tell Elamite is leading this team.
Oh my gosh.
And great.
And this is defense. Notice here, the bomb wasn't on the enemy's base. It was on his. And so by clearing off that player, he not only is moving the bomb away from his, but is moving it towards his. You'll notice that players sometimes juggle the objective, moving it back and forth, but sometimes like this, they know that stealth is required. Now they've got the enemy bomb on the base platform. All that's going to be left for blue team to do is keep firing away at those spawns, and red team doesn't look like they have anything left in the clip to stop the torrential avalanche of Elamite Warrior.
And they should win on this. It's very close with 3 dead, just like that. Elamite's team wins game number 2. It is an even matchup, John. 1-1 in the series so far, but Elamite's team made it look a little easy towards the end there.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is where experience pays off. If I'm losing a game like game number 1, it's going to get into my head. But these are players who have been here before, and we saw them answer, not just with a comeback, but with a little bit of domination.
Yeah, and I think really the game changer here has to be Elamite's leadership. If you're listening to these comms, they're just clean. They're clean comms, and he believes in his team. And we're seeing that 1-1 in the series so far. Not giving up after what may have been, depending on who you are, may have been a demoralizing loss on that last game. But they come back and say, hey, we're not done. You know, we're supposed to be here. 1-1 so far in the series.
Yeah, and we've got a 1-1 in this best of 5. You'll notice that this third game is going to be Team Slayer. It's the format that we have decided upon. Game 4 will be objective, and Game 5 will be Slayer. And so Elamite and his team did quite well on the last Slayer map. And I'm interested to see what happens in game number 3, Layden.
Yeah, John, picks are very interesting. Everyone's trying to pick things that they're really good at, but you want to make sure that the other team's not good at that also. So I'm not sure if we'll see another Beaver Creek Slayer here or not from Elamite's team, who I believe does have the higher seed. So it'll be interesting to see where we're going to be, because Elamite made Beaver Creek look very, very easy.
Yeah, I want to point out something that I believe it happened actually in game number 1 that is just so retro Halo 2 is we saw Stormy. This is how you know he's been playing the game for a little bit, with the BXR, where that combination of buttons actually shortcuts the time that it takes for your character to melee and fire a headshot with a battle rifle, essentially killing someone instantly. Now, of course, you have to be up close to do it, and you have to trust in your ability to pull it off. Otherwise, you're left there swinging. But I love this Stormy had the confidence to BXR somebody right here in the grand finals.
Yeah, you love to see it, John. It's throwback. It's throwback. It's Halo 2 throwback. You gotta do it for the fans, for the chat and viewers. But so far, it's very. I don't think I have a pick on this, John. I don't think I even know who could really run away with this.
It's dead even, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think Elamite, again, we keep talking about it, but his experience is what we're betting on here, and Ace and that team. But we'll see if they can follow through, John.
Absolutely. And if you're just joining us, we are here hosting a Halo 2 throwback tournament to benefit Cure Rare Disease. It's a nonprofit that's working with the FDA and doctors to develop treatments for diseases that currently have no known cure, and they're helping families and people in a time of need. And so by being here today, and especially if you are able to take a second to donate and educate yourself, you've been making a huge difference. And so I love that we get to spotlight Halo 2 and such an important cause. We're gearing up for game number 3 of our best of 5 grand finals. The team full of players who are no strangers to the competitive Halo scene up against a group of players that are relatively unknown. Heading into game number 3, we've got Team Slayer on Warlock, a small map where it's going to be very close quarters.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be interesting to see who kind of pops off here early on. I think it may be very close. Again, teleporter is very important here, and we'll see if they kind of control them. You'll see which team ends up controlling that, and most likely will win.
Yeah, very even so far, 6-4. A couple of things to look out for on this map. There's some teleporters. There's a shotgun below. But it's going to be a lot about working together and staying within the sight lines of your team. One of the dangers to going low ground on this map is that you cut off your ability to be helped by your team. One of the dangers of being up top on this map is that you put yourself at the risk of getting shot from all angles of the map. I love this map because it forces you to put yourself into very specific situations and try to make the call in the moment.
Yeah, most of these spots that you're in, John, on Warlock, you can be shot from multiple points or vantage points, and I think that you're right. It really makes this game interesting to be able to kind of change your play here. Comms, you have to rely on comms. You have to rely on hitting your shots always, but definitely at Warlock.
Yeah, and we just saw Elamite pull off a play as old as time. Pre-nading the teleporter, just knowing that there's probably an enemy player rotating and just ready to finish him off, and we saw it wham, bam, and done. But it's only up by 3 here for the reigning world champions and Elamite and Ace. Stormy's going down across the map, but the real ones, again, like we've seen, they're no chumps. These are a group of guys who know how to play Halo.
Yeah, John, every Elam here is basically team shot here. If you can 1v1 someone, that may be just like a little blessing for you, because most of the time you're getting shot from multiple people. So communicating, team shots, it's all very important on Warlock. Very close game. Elamite's team is up just by 5.
Yeah,
6
JD
now.
Hurricane going to get shot down there from the back. Elamite sitting here pretty in the middle, able to have the freedom by his team to take shots. If you're sitting middle on Warlock and you're getting untouched, it means your team is controlling the map. And he just went about 35 seconds without taking any shots, and you'll see the proof in the pudding because blue team was just up by 7.
That's very close. That it's going to be hard to kind of make that lead dwindle here as Elamite's team is still being aggressive, John, and that's important. It's important to be aggressive on Warlock and in Team Slayer. Not overextend yourself. And here we go. We're seeing Elamite again with some beautiful nades, as always, sniped from far, or shot from far, excuse me.
Yep, up by 7 here. It's no problem being down by 7 in Slayer. The thing that you want to watch for is as that score of the enemy gets towards 40, your margin for error decreases very rapidly. There's a certain point all the enemy team has to do is trade, and they're going to come out on top. Winning by 9 points right now. Elamite's team is poised to go up by 10, 11, about to be 12 as Elamite, gets taken out.
Yeah, John, we're seeing a lot of trades. We're seeing that lead not go anywhere because most of these people are just eliminating whoever's weaker, and it just keeps going back and forth. This lead's not going anywhere. 43-34, and it's looking like they're still making elims. Elamite's team may run away with this.
Oh, great moves there as they're putting Elamite on task. Only 5 kills needed for the blue team to seal the deal. 4 team kills needed. And there goes the assassination from Driven onto Elamite Warrior. Only 5 kills separating them, but blue team just needs 3 more to secure the win. It's really going to come down to the wire here. Red team's got to do something drastic. They got to get a double. They got to get a triple. They got to get something spawned. There's 48. As soon as it hits that 49, all they've got to do is blunder their way into a kill, and it's looking like Elamite's team is going to run away with it. But can the red team keep their feet, keep their footing, and do something unbelievable? There it is, the nade toss, and the game being over.
And just like that, again, it was that lead, John, and they just couldn't get past that lead. When you can't make any progress, it's a bit demoralizing to look at. Hey, we're getting kills, but the lead isn't changing. And so Elamite's team on top, winning game number 3.
Yeah, it's a little bit of the design of Slayer in these series is that, man, once you cross that 40-45 mark, unless your enemy team's neck and neck, it's really hard. It's really hard to come back. And we saw a lot of great plays there, though. The real ones, definitely no reason to count them out. They had a great first game. This is a team that has gotten a couple buys, so they're not as warmed up potentially as Elamite and his team. But here they are showing a strong showing, and they're going to be back on objective for game number 4.
Yeah, and I don't think I would call a Slayer not their thing yet. We don't know. Objective maybe their thing, but we're right back at it at Warlock 2 for capture the flag. So here we go. This is going to be crazy again. Teleporters are huge here. It's so big. And let's see who establishes control early on.
That's right. And honestly, if I had to guess, these players are purposely staying away from maps with sniper because they know that those can be kind of unpredictable. Any player on any of these teams with a sniper rifle in their hand can pop off and turn the game around. I think these teams are betting on their teamwork. They're betting on their experience together. And this game right here is going to be a great reflection, a similar play style of midship, just from the fact that it's a small CTF map that's going to be dependent on your team shotting.
Yeah, but look at that. Real One's up at the first cap, and again, they're fighting for their life a little bit here. It could be it if Elamite's team ends up winning this, but they're not going home, John. They don't want to, and they're going to make a fight here. Last game, maybe.
Yep, and here we go. 1 point to 1 point. It's going to seem like to the viewers at home that some of these flags are happening almost at random, but this is what I want you to watch. Watch the kill feed, watch the scoreboard. Whenever there is 3 or more players down on the opposite team, you're most likely going to see a flag pull because that means that there is a lane that has been created, and now the enemy players are coming back on spawn. What does that mean? It means they know where they're going to be, and they can send a nade to meet them.
Yeah, well, comms are always important, but they're very important here. You'll see a lot of time someone capping that or grabbing that flag and throwing it down so someone else could run it through the teleporter. And so we'll see if we see a couple of those plays here throughout this game. But it's looking very close, John. 1-1 so far.
That's right, and I think it's worth noting that at this point, with Elamite's team up by 2, this could be game point. There's 2 points to 1 right now in the best of 5. I'll do the math for you at home. Is all you need is 3 to win a best of 5. This is a must-win for the real ones as their backs are up against the wall and Warlock CTF.
Well, they know it here. You see Stormy leaned in. He has got to step up for his team right now because their fate in this tournament is on the line at the grand finals. Again, looking around those teleporters. Look at that. He wants to make sure they have control of this. And I think he sees someone right now. They're calling out for the next one, and they may pull on this, John.
Stormy doing what pro players, what smart players do. They lower their head and they turn their back to the opponent, making it harder for them to finish off that 4 shot, but he's going to go down. This is a player who you see the passion, the consternation, the concentration on his face as he leans in to every single BR shot, hoping that this is his opportunity to send some veterans, some players that he has watched probably for years right back where they came from, all the way back to the respawn pit and back into the lobby. He's giving everything he got Here he goes down by mines.
He's still not able.
gracious.
He's just not able to make a play, John, on that flag. That's what they're missing right now. Elamite's team is just standing strong with some defense right now, making sure they're not giving up this flag because they want this just as bad as Real Ones want it.
Yeah, it's just the same urge that you have as a young upstart or relatively unknown team to beat a top team. It's a similar passion that as a more well-known player in the community, you don't want to go out to players that you've never faced before. So there's a similar passion and concentration. There's a BXR by Ace, veteran move.
And you hear some comms. They say, "There's our flag." It seemed like no one was kind of looking at it. So that's not great for them, but, still staying in it. Oh no, that's a rough teleporter kill.
Famous with what appeared to be a BXR or a great nade. Hurricane got huge shots on him. Driven's taking shots. Ace is putting up some big shots on 2 players. Gonna need his teammates to come in and finish the deal. It looks like they do, at least on Driven. 3 down for Elamite's team. As you see that red flag go out, you can count on it, chat. Every time you see those 3 X's or 4, you're gonna see the flag tossed out.
Well, and they tried to make a pull, try to pull on that, and it just wasn't enough, John. Some really key elims whenever you're the last alive. It's kind of scary, but he steps up there and makes the elim.
Yeah, the sounds you're hearing mean the flag is still out, and you hear the famous announcer, lost the lead. Ace and Elamite are down 2-1.
Looking around, it is very chaotic. That is the nature of Warlock. A lot going on. That's why it's an MLG map, a pro map, because you got to be good to dominate on this map. But so far, 2-1 in Real One's lead.
Yeah, and what you just saw there was Ace dodging nades off spawn. Actually, a really important thing that he just did right there. If he would have gone down, it would have meant that the enemy team was able to just focus on the next spawn. By staying alive, he took just a little bit of attention off of his teammates who were just coming back into it. Those little plays go a long way. You see the peek behind the wall, the crouch, dodging nades, trying to stay alive, giving his team the inches they need to take back control, because red team is in absolutely a dominating position.
Yeah, and I think both of their mindsets, both teams have different mindsets right now. I think Elamite's team has no problem kind of extending this, taking their time, but there is absolutely some urgency on the Real One side as this could be their last game in the tournament.
I got 2.
Our flag, last guy. One just spawned.
Hearing the teams talk to each other. Vital information here.
It's got to be pull for Elamite's team.
Our flag weak, mines.
Commodore ace. Commodore green flat.
2 for 2 here.
Flat, 1 shot, gunshot.
Both flags still at there. But notice the time, 23 minutes.
Going yellow. Yellow nade.
You don't expect the game to go the full length, but this is the thing about objective games. They could go the distance. These teams are going to do everything within their power to stay relevant. All red team needs is 1 flag to put them into a Game 5 Slayer for the grand finals.
Still just kind of looking around with that BR, finding shots from distance and trying to get those elims. Nothing's really working right now. Hasn't been a 3-0 wipe in a while. There are 3 down. There's 3 dead right now for Elamite's team, and this could be a pull for Real Ones.
Wait for the sound. Wait for the sound. Oh, they're waiting probably for another rotation. Oh, there it is. JD Hurricane has the blue team pushing Elamite up against the teleporter. Killed Elamite Warrior. Green is the call out for teleportation, and they're trying to move this flag. It looks like they're almost about to secure it. This is going into game number 5. Elamite, Ace, and Gunshot could do nothing as we are up at 3-1 here.
Yeah, this has to be Real One's pick here. They had to have picked something that they are very, very confident with, and it looks like they're just dominating this game so far. Again, I think Elamite's team is playing very, very safe here, but it's just not going to be enough. There seems to be a bit of an aggression thing here that Elamite's team just can't get moving.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, you're down by 2. You've got time to turn it around, but red team has a lot of momentum right now.
And here we go. This is going to be it. 4-1. It's all coming down to 1 more point. It looks easy for Real Ones right now.
You know,
tie up the series.
What's so fun is about Halo is you're watching certain things happen, like throwing the flag, like BXRing, certain mechanics of the game that weren't made up by the game, they were invented by the players. So that your ability to throw the flag, it's not how you would have played when you logged into your first Xbox Live match, but players developed and fine-tuned their skills over time, and we're seeing it on full display here in game number 4.
And Stormy playing some great defense, and Spawn really going to be the game changer for this game right now. Stormy has really been playing great as you see him eliminate Mines and Elamite. So those are the types of the plays, John. Those are the types of plays that win games. 4-1 so far.
Yeah, and you see Stormy there with a little bit of a proof-fire. It's common practice for a BR. You really only need 4 bursts to kill, and so sometimes you would shoot where you know a player is going to be, because if you get even that one extra shot on them, it could be the difference between victory and defeat.
Here we go. Elamite's team taking flag here. It is away at this moment, not being moved. And here we go. A lot of movement all around. Elamite trying to get it to this teleporter, but it may not be enough. The flag ends up being returned.
Ace is going to survive the head-to-head with Stormy there. Pre-nading the lift there. Not going to bite. Ace goes down, though. Sitting low ground. Again, remember the trade-off from Warlock. You sit low ground, you get taken by less shots, but if you sit low ground, your enemy is able to fight you without your teammates' ability to help you. See what he does with this shotgun here. Probably not going to get within range to use it that much, as Ace is really up against the wall right here, and Stormy is going to pre-nade it. Great kill. Great kill. He's able to put 2 shots on Lizard. This was awesome play here by Ace. He was really their last hope. See if anyone can finish what he started. Red team has the flag. They're juggling. They're moving, and it is 5-1, and the series is tied 2-2. Never, ever did I ever think that we would see Ace and Elamite Warrior with the likes of Gunshot up against the wall in a grand finals of Halo 2, but here we are, and we get the rare privilege, the treat, to see them played out in a Game 5 Slayer.
Yeah, you can see Elamite, or you can see Ace, excuse me, a little upset with that. I don't think he wanted to extend this game anymore, but again, Real Ones step up and win that game. It had to have been their pick. They felt confident most of that game, kind of running off with it handily 5-1. But interesting, we're going to the final. We're going to the final, man. I don't know what to say. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
And this is really exciting. What you can expect in this next map is that it's going to be very fast-paced at the front, but what is known about Team Slayer matches here in the later stages of a series in Halo is that what is completely opposite of what you just saw, the fast-paced gameplay, is expect to see a little bit of crouching, a little bit of sneaking, a little bit of taking your time, because you know that Slayer moves fast, and there's no more games in the series. I cannot wait to see these teams get into our last game of the day. We want to say thank you to Practice Server and our friend Monster D-Face and all the resources they put into organizing this production, as well as Cure Rare Disease for putting us together in this situation, for Xbox, letting us use this platform, and of course, for letting us play their game. Here we go. Game number 5, Team Slayer. It all comes down to this.
I knew it, John.
Beaver freaking Creek.
I knew it. I knew it. This is Elamite's pick. They're confident in this, and if you are Real Ones and you saw that game,
nade
you
goes
may be a
out,
little scared
killed
here.
by Driven. It's all gonna be really huge on who gets Overshield. 3 down. Overshield goes over to Red Team. They're putting lots of shots on Hurricane. You probably couldn't tell. That player had 3 layers of shield with that Overshield power up that's going to be respawning in about 2 minutes. It's 5-0.
Real One's off to a fantastic start, really stepping up here. And here we go, an assassination just like that for Stormy, and Stormy's looking at Teleporter. He's doing it right. 10-5 right now.
Oh my gosh, the score is
big.
moving so fast.
Oh, big shots. This is unbelievable, complete map control from Real Ones right now. And oh my gosh, could we see Elamite's pick here on Beaver Creek maybe bite them here a little bit?
Oh my gosh, it is 15-6. 15-7. Elamite's team's got to turn this corner here. They got to get 2 or 3 more kills. They can't keep bleeding out kills here.
It's still very close, John. This isn't far. This isn't far for Elamite. If you're Elamite's team, you're making sure you're staying calm. Good shots on Mines from Stormy. This is looking good so far for Real Ones if they can keep this control, John.
Oh my gosh. It's within 9 kills. Gunshots looking for the sniper. Killing spree for Stormy. He's going absolutely out of his mind. Double kill the Elamite Warrior. This is what he's hoped for. This is what this player's advocated for. Stormy is known in the community to keep advocating for Halo 2 content. He's looking for it at every turn. He's never left the game, and he's not going anywhere in Beaver Creek, taking shots on the pro players spawning from behind their base.
Right now, Stormy is absolutely the game changer. 24-10. They're about to reach that halfway point, and it is not looking good for Elamite's team. They need some movement right now. They need to recompose themselves. They may not. Oh no, 26-12, down goes Stormy. You can see Driven, Hurricane, Stormy, and Lizard are still all popping off.
It's going to have to come down to power weapon control. The best hope that Ace and Elamite have is to grab some power weapons and turn the game around at a base. It's going back around. You hear a triple being called out on the comms. It's staying within 11. Blue team is getting kills late, but they're not getting them fast enough. Mines is getting shot. What he's doing, pre-nading the green portal, and he's going down.
Just the awareness wasn't there for him. He didn't know that Stormy was up there, and Stormy is really controlling this point. You can see he's by himself over here. He's controlling this whole area by himself, and the comms are out of control right now. They're very, very into it. This is all on the line, 31-19 at this moment. Here we go. He's about to take that teleporter to Stormy. Stormy calling out.
This is old school Halo, camping the portal with the shotgun. Gonna see the team get rockets up there. Enemy team most likely has rockets in their hand. Calling out the top red base. Gunshot and Ace are trying to establish a little bit of a beachhead here, taking control. Top rockets and top red. Their only hope is to grind these kills down with power weapons. There comes the rockets. We've got power weapons in the hand of these pros, and the lead has been dropped down to 8, but they're answering back. It's going back and forth, but not quickly enough for red team. This young upstart team, the real ones, are showing that they have every bit the clout to play against these professional players.
Well, Elamite's team seems to have done a very good job of regaining some control here, and they've eliminated the trades. That's important. You can see that score. They've started to kind of dwindle that lead that real ones had. Oh man, it's getting close.
Oh my gosh, 5 kills. Here we go. Power weapon and top control. Here we go. We hear the general calls from Elamite Warrior. No stranger to being down by in games like this, as they are on the killing spree. Gunshot, you saw him take the top rocket, and he stayed there ever since, using those rockets and using the positioning to make his teammates wish they had never gotten up this morning.
They have absolutely stopped Real One's push for victory. It is now only a 4-kill lead by Real Ones, and Elamite's team is looking good right now. This is momentum shift, John. This could be big.
Right.
Oh my gosh, double kill
streak for Gunshot. He's not going anywhere, and this is got Stormy up against the wall. Anytime you see players back green portal, it is not a good sign. It means they've lost the main positioning of the map, and they have to push through together. Elamite kills someone, or is taken out rather, and they have back red control. Great rotation from the Real Ones. They're not able to retake their lead by a large amount. There goes the mistake nade from Stormy, but they were able to clear him out. Gunshot.
They're not giving up. They're not giving up, John. Real Ones are still trying to hang in this. It's only a 3-kill lead. You saw that it was very close to 2, and they're looking around, trying to find this last guy. Here we go on top of the base, looking around. It's going to be enough for ultimately.
Shaky shots here by Stormy, taking way too long to finish that kill. Red team only up by 1. The pros, the veterans, oh my gosh, just go down by 3. This game is all over the place. Watching the time here. Sniper's coming back soon. We might see an overshield soon. You see Stormy trying to get in position on the overshield. This is going to be a huge, huge power play if he can get this overshield, or whoever gets the sniper. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. They trade. It's still close, but red team, I'm sorry, apologize. Real Ones only need 6 more kills. It's still close. I'm not giving up on Elamite's team, John. They've kept up into this point, and so maybe we can see a switch here and a last push of momentum from Elamite's team.
Great play by Stormy. Mine should have kept his head down and stayed out of the way. Stormy was there to finish up the 4-shot at range and over a little bit of a journey. Put in the chat right now. You got blue team, you got red team, you got Ace, or you got Stormy. Whoever you are, a new fan, an old fan, let us know who you're pulling for. The game is within 1. We've seen this time and time before in years gone by with the likes of Carbon, Final Boss, Straight Rippin', and now Stormy versus Ace. A classic battle on Beaver Creek coming down to the wire.
They're big big nades there. It's nothing going to connect for Stormy here, and that's very unfortunate. They still have a 1-kill lead. Only 3 more kills to finish the game, and they're looking around. They're trying to stay together as a team. Team shots matter in these last moments, and here we go. Elamite's team still trying to hang in and win this tournament.
And that's what we knew would happen. You're hearing them slow down and call out power weapons. So predicting that the overshield is timed at around 20, but Gunshot's up in that spot. He went on a 7-kill spree last time he was up there. It's about time for Rockets to be spawning. They got overshield. This is not looking good for Stormy. Looks like blue team is using their advantage to pull up. And for the first time, the game is tied. Coming back from an 11-point deficit, the veterans have tied the game. It's 47-47. The next 3 kills are going to decide it all. Mines challenges Storm from the top. 1 kill, and it goes over to Elamite Warrior and Ace just like that. The dreams are dashed. The Cinderella story is sent back to the pumpkin. The glass slipper is shattered. Ace and Elamite, they say we've been here before and we're not letting anyone take our spot.
Now that is experience, John. What you just saw is experience. It's saying, hey, we're down a couple of kills, but we're not out. And Elamite's leadership and his team steps up. Holy cow, what a game from Elamite. Wow.
Oh my goodness. This is the action that made us fall in love with this game. Want to say GG's to the real ones. You guys clearly know what you're doing. Hope to see you guys try to make a splash and future Halo titles to come. But wow, what a comeback victory from Elamite's team.
Yeah, I know I said it. It's experience, John. Those last couple of minutes, that's when you know. I think there was a bit of when you get choke on your mind, John, I think you kind of start to maybe, what do they call it? Whenever you bring it out in real life. Oh, it showed itself because they spoke it. And I think it may have been on their mind as they saw.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
There it is. Yeah. Self-fulfilling prophecy of about 5 kills, 4 kills, 3 kills, 2 kills. And then once that lead changed, that was a little bit rough for real ones, but still an incredible showing nonetheless. And Elamite's team experience on top.
And that was our grand finals. Game 5 took it all the way to the last game. And Elamite's team, the favorite coming into this tournament, ended up winning, but just barely. And what we want to point out there is the absolute veteran calm that you saw there, is that in the heat of the battle, in the emotions of a Game 5 series, in a very back and forth Beaver Creek battle, they knew that if they could get positioning, no matter how far they were down, they could turn it around. And we have Elamite Warriors standing by, the man himself, and we're going to hear from him, from his words, just what it was like competing in today's battle. Well, congratulations, sir. It's a great victory.
He may not be able to hear us. He may have to unmute. He may have to unmute on our end. What's up, Elamite? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I got you.
What's up, man?
Right now.
Okay, we'll get
you got
John
us both here.
There we go.
There we go.
How you doing, man? How do you feel?
Oh, dang. That was I'm a little nerve-wracked, you know. That was kind of a close one. I was not expecting to be such an intense game and a crazy comeback, but you know, I mean, that's what Halo 2 is. I think we've all missed that a little bit, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we talked a lot about the pacing of Halo and how it's kind of got a unique spot in esports, and we're looking forward to seeing that again. How do you feel like Halo is different than other titles?
Oh man, I mean, if you come to at least within North American esports, right? Halo is like the bread and butter, and I think it's what introduced most competitors in North America. And any kind of esports has some kind of roots or history within the Halo, right? And you know, Halo 2 for us, I think, was a kind of a perfect storm of, you know, glitches and Xbox Live and, you know, the Xbox coming out and everything else involved. So I think everyone holds a very special place, you know, for Halo 2 and just the Halo series in general in their hearts, and especially with everything 343 has done up to this point with the game. The game's better than it's ever been in the past. Online matchmaking, crossplay, different cosmetics and settings in game that allow players to adjust anything from controls to FOV settings and centered versus like lowered, things like that. It's honestly in such a great spot, and I really hope if you haven't tested it out or tried it out that you give MCC a shot.
Well, I have to ask you, you've played on huge stages. How did you feel in this final on those last couple of kills coming back? Were you shaking a little bit? Was it a little sweaty? I have to know.
Well, I certainly hope you guys weren't on board with my screen at the end of the game. Oh, I did get the last kill, but other than that, it was just me watching Portal. But you know, somebody's got to do the dirty work. But
hey, that's all right. That's
down
all right.
25 to 10, it was a little nerve-wracking, and I was having some instant regret on map choices. But hey, I mean, it could not have played out any better. You know, GG's to those guys, incredible players. All the guys that come from like that cartographer scene, and of course my teammates as well, Ace, Gunshot, and Mines, who are all streaming. You guys definitely make sure you follow their streams if you haven't. But they bring the Halo 2 content on a regular daily basis, pretty much.
Well, bring us into that map repositioning there. You guys were down 11. We saw Gunshot go for rockets. Talk to us about what you guys were talking to each other about in comms. Was this something you guys just knew to do? And talk to us about what it was like when you guys started to gain back some ground.
Right. Well, I mean, if anyone has played Beaver Creek, you know that game can be a heavy swing. Right, and if you ever had to play TTF, especially on that map, you know Red Base has quite an advantage when you can get up to top rockets there. And you know, we had Gunshot hosting, so ashamedly we admitted that we wanted to get our host player on top rockets and maybe take a slight advantage of what that may offer. You know, there for Gunshot. So really, it was just about getting him up there, getting control of Red Base, and then making sure we contest or get all the overshields.
Yeah, well, it was beautifully done. It was beautifully done. Beautifully done.
Well, I have to say, so great getting to watch you here. And, you know, as a high schooler, I got to watch you play on the stage. Straight ripping fan for life. And I remember when the exclusive Dr. Peppers came out, me and my friends, we bought so freaking many of them. And just love to see you still gaming. Love to see all you've done for esports and gaming. And it was a great tournament. Great showing.
Hey, thanks. That means a lot. I definitely appreciate the love, and you know, thank you guys for throwing it on. Right, like giving an old man like me a chance to come back and have a little bit of fun. Definitely don't do too many tournaments or competitions, but that was you know, a throwback and a half, and honestly, so much fun. So yeah, we appreciate it as well.
Well, thanks so much for being here, and of course, we can catch you on your streams, and we can't wait to see what you're up to next. Thanks, Elamite.
Halo Infinite just around the corner, so definitely lots of hype around Halo. So thanks again, guys.
Yeah. Well, John, Elamite and his team clutched up. What a great game. And Real Ones, really, I know I said it before, but people thought it was an easy route, but they gave Elamite's team a fight till the end, literally the last second. So congratulations to Elamite's team and Real Ones and everyone who's competed in this tournament. Such an honor for us, I know, for me, to be able to do something like this for such a great cause.
Yeah, and you know, and this is just such a great example of every single one of us trying to use what we have and what we can do to make a difference in the world. And being a part of this stream, donating, getting educated, was just one of those ways. And I love to see these players, whether known or unknown, use their time to spotlight such an important organization like Cure Rare Disease and have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah. And of course, just rebirthing this Halo 2 love, man. I love it. I hope it inspires some of you guys at home to go and play Halo 2. If you have it like I did in that steel box, hey, bring it back out. Play some campaign. It's a great time.
Yeah, well, from all of us here, had such a great time casting this event. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in. Thank you to Practice Server for organizing, and of course for Xbox for lending us this platform. And we'll hope to see you guys on future Halo streams. I know there's a lot of Halo coming up. And as we send you guys on your way, don't miss these replays from the grand finals. See you guys. Have a good night.
You know that this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. I am receiving a legacy. I am the one that they paid us. Got something to say to me, say. You know I've been waiting so patiently. This is my legacy. Y'all don't believe me, it waits. Basically, I have been running things. You can just go on and take a seat. Yeah. Loving they hated me, put that on everything. Not on my level. You can't be the enemy. This is the plan that we showing them anyway. Hit up the lawyers and give them the NDA. Woo! This is the brand new. This is the brand new. Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. And there ain't no thing that you'll be taking from me. Man, it came from nothing. Made it something. Name is buzzing. Call me Ryan Gosling. Hey, go know that they gonna love me more when I'm gonna retire the throne. The kind of things that I'm gonna be feeling like a god because this is forever.
Yo guys, Hellers dog. Great interview.
You know that this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever.
I'm bigger dead than alive. Bigger dead than alive. I'm bigger dead than alive. Dead than alive. Yeah. I'm bigger dead than alive. Bigger dead than alive. Making sure that you know why. Because this is really I never been better. Legacy this is forever. Really I never been better. Legacy this is forever. Really I never been better. The legacy live on forever. Yo, remember the legend and know that he never surrendered.
Because this is forever. And there will be no surrender. Yeah. You know that this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever.